first button. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Hot Toys Hotline Live. We got a fun one for you tonight. There's obviously a lot that's been going on. 7 people already right at the beginning of the stream, and we're early. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? But we got a lot to talk about tonight. Some weird stuff has been happening on Sideshow the past week. We're definitely going to get right into that because before we started the stream, we're all just hanging out and talking. I refreshed the page, and 3 more figures happened to pop up on the Last Chance page. Guys, what is going on right now with these figures going to waitlist? We're going to talk about that. But before we get started, I just kind of wanted to see how everybody's doing tonight.
All the extras are actually going into a big bonfire behind the behind like the headquarters for Sideshow, and they're just tossing them in there.
Can you imagine?
Because they want
I'm going back. Dumpster diving if that's the case.
They might come after you like Melty Chucky though, if you're not careful.
Hey, Melty Chucky's awesome. He could chase after me any day.
Yeah, no dumpster diving.
Yeah, no dumpster diving, guys. Wink, wink. If you live near Sideshow headquarters, check it out in the next couple weeks. Maybe you'll find some grails. Let's say what's up to some people in the chat. Insane One, how's it going, my friend? I knew you were going to be here. You're always the first one to pop in. We appreciate you, dude. Maz in the house. How's it going, Maz? I hope you're doing well. I popped into Maz's stream the other day, as I always do when I get a chance. Definitely a fun time, especially if you want to learn about hot toys and other figure photography. It's very interesting to me, being something that I'm not familiar with, so definitely a cool thing to check out if you're wanting to learn about it or you're not familiar with it at all. Smoke said, "The shit is hitting the fan, boys. Yep. I live in a tent behind it." Dude, that's the best place to be right now. You got to give us that inside info. Maybe climb up on the roof and look down in and let us know what's going on down there, because we're a little bit confused with all this stuff going to waitlist. But let's jump into it, guys. As I was saying, as we first started here, I just happened to refresh the page, and I was like, guys, some new stuff popped up. But let's go through this whole list here, and let's see what we have right now that is currently showing as Last Chance on Sideshow's website. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean that this stuff will sell out on other websites that still have it in stock. That just means that Sideshow, it may be selling out for good. I thought this was interesting, too. They have added here Great Scott. Obviously, that's a Back to the Future reference. Only a few of the Hot Toys Marty McFly figures are left. Get yours while supplies last. Is few literally a few? Or is few just a buzzword to get them to have you buy the rest of these figures? We don't know. But this was not there before, so I'm wondering if the stock is truly low on that guy, because he has been on this Last Chance page for about a week now. I actually did end up, and we're gonna ask the panel, and I'll ask everybody in chat too while we're talking about this. Have you guys jumped on any of these Last Chance figures? Me personally, I did actually jump on a few of these because they were ones that I was already kind of interested in picking up beforehand. So the Marty I picked up right when he went up on the Last Chance page, because it's one that I definitely had to pick up for my collection, because I don't currently have a Marty in my collection whatsoever, and I do plan on getting the DeLorean. So I might as well pull him up here. I did pick up this guy. It is unfortunate that this is not the other Marty that is kind of a grail at this point. He's selling for like $500-$600 on eBay. But I did grab some third-party air mags to go on this guy to kind of make my own definitive Marty. So I think that'll be cool. Definitely really excited to get him. Also, who else did I pick up? Oh, 2 of the other ones I picked up are no longer on this page, and we're going to talk about them in a little bit. But the Peacemaker, he was on this page. As of right now, he is sold out on Sideshow and in waitlist mode. Also, the Bat Cycle, the Pattinson Bat Cycle, is in waitlist mode as of right now. Definitely not normal, guys. This is really weird, and it's hard to kind of make a definitive decision about what's going on. But I kind of want to hear the thoughts of everybody on the panel. And we'll start with Sean. Sean, are you there at the moment? I see that you're muted.
Hey, I'm here, guys.
Sean is there. Okay, so Sean, first I want to ask you, are you or have you picked up anything that has gone into this kind of Last Chance, almost into waitlist mode? And what are your thoughts on this? Why do you think this is happening, and do you think this will continue to happen for the foreseeable future?
So this has happened before. However, I did go into the whole FOMO thing, and I did order the bat signal before it got waitlisted. However, what I think is happening is smaller amounts. Because Sideshow is smart enough to realize, okay, there's a deluxe Pattinson with the bat signal. So let's just order 2,000 of the bat signals if we're going to order 5,000 or more of Pattinson's Batman with the bat signal deluxe. You know, that's where my thought process is Sideshow's done with the games.
Done with the games.
And what they're doing now is they're just going to go and order the bare minimum. We're not going to see where they order 17,000 of Captain Rex ever again.
It happened.
I think they're changing. I think they're changing it up, and they're going to move forward from there. You know, it's like I'm kind of surprised there's still Death Watch Mandalorians, and I'm surprised that there's still
IG-11
Stormtrooper commanders that are still available. I mean, there's a lot there, and not a lot of people going forward. I've talked to Sideshow. They've mentioned that, you know, they're getting like tons of cancellations constantly.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Because everybody's getting charged, and a lot of these figures that have started to ship out, they weren't sending out emails for some of them. So that causes a lot of cancellations alone because people, for one reason or the other, weren't expecting that payment to come out. They didn't have a chance to prepare for it. So that's probably what's also causing a lot of those cancellations. Right.
I mean, it's possible. But my way of thinking is completely different. It's if I know something's going to be issued out, or I know it's been released in Hong Kong, and I'm expecting that to be anytime, you know, July through September. And then I know I need to have the funds in there, and they need to be available for whatever account I've set up.
I'm in the same realm of thinking.
It's, you know, it's like, oh, I'm surprised. Really? Because you had the thing on pre-order for 2 years, you know, set up to come out between July through September. Guess what? Your item was never delayed, and it's coming out July through September. You knew it was released on July 5th in Hong Kong. So anytime now, you should have been ready for it.
Yeah.
You know, and another way too, it's like, okay, if you're struggling and you're hurting for money and you don't know you can set it up, okay, set it up on a payment plan.
Yeah. Don't set it to charge. You don't have to be the first one, guys. That's definitely a good lesson to learn. You don't have to be the first one to get it. And sometimes it doesn't always benefit you to be the first one, because if QC issues pop up, for example, some of the later figures being shipped may have those issues fixed. You never know.
I mean, there's a lot of variables and not a lot of public information to truly know what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know exactly what's going on. I mean, worst case scenario, maybe Sideshow's hurting for money too.
They could be. Or they're just trying to clear out some stock so they can get some extra funds to buy more stuff, because it seems like that's all they're doing is buying more stuff. So it would make sense. It definitely would make sense.
I think Sideshow's also overexpanded. There's like so much stuff they're selling through, and it's just kind of like, it's a little overwhelming for a lot of people on options. And I'm not specifically talking about Hot Toys. I'm talking about art prints and everything else.
They carry everything, dude. Everything.
I mean, before they had like a standard for what they would carry for art prints. And now they have some artists that come in and do stuff, and it's just like, I will never buy this. I mean, it looks good when it's small on screen, but you know, when they're teasing it, and then when it's available for pre-orders and you can actually zoom in on it, it's not even worth it. It's like, no, They've completely screwed up the face. There's no way to fix all of these within the month that it's going to come out for an art print.
Yeah. Once you get an art print, that's it. That's at the end of the process, you know? So it's either people like it or they don't.
Yeah, but most of their art prints that I bought, I've actually been really happy with.
That's good. I've noticed too, and I'm going to touch on some of the comments here. They're piling up. Trust me, guys, I'm going to touch on the comments. I just want to say, though, with the art prints, guys, if you follow other websites that do art print releases, like I think it's called Dark Ink Gallery or Dark Art Gallery, and other big websites like that, usually those prints are much cheaper when you get them on release from those companies as opposed to getting them from Sideshow. Of course, not all of those releases release on multiple websites. Sometimes Sideshow does get exclusives, but I figured I'd let you know that because you could save some money if you're starting to get into prints. Because I've definitely noticed that on quite a few Star Wars and Marvel prints that I've seen on multiple websites. But before we continue with our conversation, I want to see what everybody in the chat is starting to snag up and scoop up from these waitlist scares. Let's see. Yes, TK, both Thanoses are low. That's pretty surprising, man, especially that battle damage Thanos, dude. That figure was... once I started getting into Marvel, I had my eyes set on this guy. Like it was like a laser beam. I had to have him. My eyes were set on him. So I ended up getting him for a pretty good price, brand new in box on the secondary market quite a few months ago. And I don't regret it at all. I love the battle damage stuff, especially with Marvel. I've got the battle damage Mark 85, the battle damage Thanos, and quite a few other figures like the Mark 7 and other Iron Man figures that they do nice battle damage on. Love me some battle damage for sure. But yeah, this is a great figure. And the Infinity War Thanos is a great figure too, and there's also an amazing deal on him right now for 30% off. And that 30% off kind of puts him where he should be, corresponding with the secondary market price. So at this point, if you've waited for the Infinity War Thanos, guys, this is your time to jump on it because you can get them brand new for almost the same as the current secondary market price. So I would jump on that if you can. The Collector says, I hate that, or excuse me, I'm sorry, I completely threw off what you said. He says, I have that Punisher and love it. I don't care that they're trying to give it away. Dude, I've heard, I'm assuming you're talking about the Punisher War Machine. I've heard a lot of great things about this. I think it looks awesome. Me personally, if I were to get this, which I don't have it on my radar at the moment, but if I were, I would definitely throw a John Bernthal Punisher head sculpt on it because that would just be amazing. That'd be the icing on the cake for me. I know the current head sculpt is like a video game inspired. I think it's Marvel Future Flight, the mobile game. And that's cool, and it looks accurate to the mobile game. Just not something I personally care about at the moment in my collection. Looks like Maz and James snagged Peacemaker. Good job, guys, because I don't know what's going to happen with that one. I think that one's the most mysterious and the one that would make the most sense for selling out early because obviously the initial pre-order numbers weren't good at all because of how poorly the figure was received. Obviously, they went back through and fixed that, but in a lot of cases, it's a little too late for stuff like that. The pre-order numbers are kind of determined early on when there's a lot of hype, especially when it was timed around the release of the movie, of the second Suicide Squad film. So it might have been a little too late for them, so I would not be surprised if that one sticks and/or doesn't restock any additional units until closer to release, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Oilers, what's up, my man? Oilers says, yo, UPS just handed me my arena suit Fett. Damn, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't have mine yet. Unfortunately, I'm on the East Coast, and being that Sideshow is on the West Coast, as a lot of you may know, the shipping from Sideshow is pretty slow through UPS coming from the West Coast to the East Coast. So mine actually won't be here until Tuesday of next week, and it shipped at the same time as everybody else's. So they're making me wait, unfortunately, but hey, all good things come with a price, and I guess a little bit of time will do. The Collector says, I think they are making a Peacemaker with Cena's likeness since it got renewed for Season 2. Discovery wants to make money off of him. Sideshow and Hottoys don't want a bunch of staying in stock when they are. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It seems like a lot of people liked that Peacemaker show. It seems like it was pretty well received, so I could see them doing another figure. I don't know how soon, though, because this figure didn't do too well. I don't know if they're, like, excited to jump on another Peacemaker figure. Don Prime, what's up, dude? Don joined us on the last stream. It was a fun one. Good to see you in chat, dude. I hope you're doing well. Don actually had a little bit of a mishap with his Chrome clone. His didn't fare too well in the QC department, but we're going to talk about
Oh,
that
no.
too in a little bit as well. But it was unfortunate to see that. But Don is always real, so he kept it real, showed us all the photos, and his had a bit of damage right out of the box on it, and some bubbles under the paint and stuff. That wasn't good. But
Ooh.
Chris, I kind of want to hear your thoughts on this whole waitlist situation, and kind of let us know if you're going to be picking any of these up, or have you picked any up already that have already sold out, and kind of where you're sitting with this whole situation.
I haven't picked up any of these. I am still kind of on that fence about the Thanos. The more I think about it, I do like the 30% off offer with him. I know
that's
in the
real nice.
aftermarket he is going for 250, but here you can, with that 30%, he might as well be 250. But then you got to include if they're doing, shipping on that one, so it'll still end up being more than the secondary price right now. Now the battle damage one, the only reason I would do the others because that's the Thanos that one, and then this one, like I've seen your battle damage in person, and literally that's what's selling me the most and making it so difficult is because of that diorama and just
That
I think
skull,
the
too, with the
armor,
blood.
and the armor on Thanos alone, even the clean one, just looks badass. But I haven't touched on any of these. I think it's could be a little bit of a mixture of like pushing a narrative if they are low, trying to get them out, especially because some of the Marvel stuff, which some people have already said on the chat, these are going low in the secondary market over in China, and as well as here, I've seen some of these low. Now I don't know about that Marty, but there's just multiple factors that they could be doing to just push these out, and they always, trying to get stuff out, throw deals, whatever, to kind of get you to be like, ooh, look at this, and buy, and that's the point. So
Kaiju, what's good, man? Yeah, I mean, it's still, for me, it's still up in the air what's going to happen with all this. I do find it a bit peculiar that more and more stuff keeps popping up, and some of the stuff has sold out.
They're probably overwhelmed too.
Yeah, and Sean made a good point that they're kind of moving stuff around. They do have another warehouse, so they're probably going through all of their stock, kind of getting the numbers together, seeing what they have left, seeing what they can move, getting some SKUs off of their website just to make room for new stuff. And they are honestly probably tired of stuff sitting. As you all know, and everybody knows in the chat, we've been talking about this for a while, how the secondary market has kind of plummeted because there's just an overabundance of figures. And a lot of this stuff is sitting on stock, not just in Sideshow, but in Australia, you guys have Pop Culture. They have a ton of stock sitting on that website. You got Marcos on CollectorZown from CollectorZown. He usually moves stuff pretty quickly. He kind of buys with what he
might buy more
sells
limited
mind,
numbers and stuff too. That's one thing with if you use, that's like the one thing sometimes if you use alternate websites though, those sometimes you may have to be a little bit more attentive if you're going to have to decide if you're going to pre-order a figure, because they might order like 10, So when you're doing, that's one thing versus I think Sideshow versus some, if you're looking at another site, or another place, or a place that gets their numbers from Sideshow or something, like their distributor or something, is if you're going to another site versus Sideshow, I think you have to be a little bit more committed necessarily to what you're going to do. Like you have to kind of know, because they might be out in a day or they might be out in a week or two. It's not like you can necessarily, unless it's, one you can tell that might just be like, you just really like Taskmaster. Like I'll use that, that's a figure I love, but that's one that's probably going to end up on this at some point or another.
And we're going to actually, while you bring that up, I kind of want to go through and kind of see what everybody thinks in terms of candidates that are next on this list. I know I have a few in my mind. So while you're at it, feel free to bring up some other ones that you think are up on the chopping block.
I'll just mention for what we're seeing here right now, if you wouldn't mind scrolling back down yet to the Boba and the Mark IV.
Yeah,
I wanted just because everybody else is kind of beating the other things we can have with these figures, the set scale already. But I would say I am a little bit surprised, but not completely shocked with seeing the Boba. Now I have a sneaking suspicion we might see these guys pop up again. I mean, they're a year and a half away. Not like they're going to be 2 weeks from now. They'll go out of stock and then have like 500 more that that'll like
Bless you.
IG-11. Thank you. It'll be like
bless you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it'll be like IG-11 that rose from the dead and has never gone back to
bro.
since then.
Don't you wish that on his lane? Because if all these figures step up tomorrow and rise from the ashes, I'm gonna be so mad. No, I won't.
You are not listening to what I am saying. I am speaking into my mic right now. I said it will not be like that situation. I do not believe. But the quarter scale figures like this Boba and Iron Man Mark IV, man, you don't pay attention sometimes. You're looking at too much in your Excel document with all your pre-orders and stuff like that, and in fantasy.
Bro, I'm not an Excel document kind of guy. I'm just a point and click guy.
I'm sorry. I'm okay. Sorry, I was making you might be like Sean and stuff, but
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised necessarily. We might be seeing some of the quarter scales like this going out relatively early. Maybe not this early. I'm surprised by this early. I would, if you had told me maybe next year, like maybe 4 or 5 months before they came out or supposed to, in that 6-month period, and they went bye-bye. Maybe I could have seen that because I don't think Sideshow's making a ton of them because they don't sell them. But if you scroll up, there, it's probably what you're going to see why. Well, you don't have them there, but the Spider-Mans and stuff and the Mandos 6 scale and stuff or quarter scale, those have been sitting here for Infinity and beyond.
And quarter scales typically don't sell as well than 6 scale either. So
just in general. So I'm not surprised. They may have ordered I'm just being for the quarter scale figures.
Yeah.
I'm not I didn't expect them like this early necessarily, but I'm not surprised those guys because they're more recent. They're not like the Batmans because this might be a more recent trend within the last 5 to 6 months.
Right.
Or shorter, even maybe, within the last 3 or 4. Where some of these releases where Sideshow's starting to order the lesser numbers of stuff. And some of those guys, the Batman and some of those other ones were way before then. So those guys, they may have ordered too many, so they might be the sitting brigade. But the history we've had from recent quarter scales being and just sitting here and where they're selling them for like, $500, $450 or $400, $25.
Yeah, just all of them selling for less than retail.
Yeah, so I'm not going to play. Now, these guys might still, even though they're almost gone, they may still take a little. These might take a while before they go.
And with this one, it was originally just the collector's edition, and then the deluxe kind of followed suit like 3 or 4 days later, which I thought was interesting.
But these guys might still take a little. I mean, I think these guys are still going to take a little while before they go bye-bye. I'm not saying these might be a couple weeks before they're gone completely.
It could be, yeah. I mean, guys, in the chat also share your thoughts. What do you think's next?
Yeah, do you hear that?
Yeah,
that's the sound of over 30 people in here and need to hit the like button and subscribe.
Man, I didn't hear that at first. My headphones were on too tight.
But I hear it now. It's like Gollum hearing the ring yell at him now, like saying, "Take me."
Right, you heard the man, guys. Like, if you're here and you're enjoying this conversation, you like what we do here, you like spending your Thursdays with us, drop a like on this video. And if you're not subscribed, guys, I don't know if you saw the subscriber count, but we're a little over 30 away from giving away that Harley Quinn Arkham hot toy that it's actually about to sell out soon. So that makes that prize even more special. Of course, our boy Lane is so generous for doing that, so we really appreciate you. But yeah,
well, the thing is too. You know what I'll claim when I finally know something's really, really wrong, like with everything going out of stock, like pre-order or something like that. When we see those mech test toadies both go like low stock and about to go out on waitlist, that's when you know, okay, you need to sit down. I need to like hop onto Sideshow. Not even if you're ordering from them, but I need to hop onto Sideshow and look at every freaking figure. And if like I'm allowing myself to order like 10 figures in 2023. I got to figure out, I need to put SKUs down and I need to put them into my, into your bin, just so I have them all listed there so I know which ones. So if they pop up, I can just go in and out, Now,
I mean, this one could be pretty quickly sold out if it's going to continue with the same trend.
But I think when you were talking about another example of one that's going to end up we were talking about like Taskmaster. This is one. I've already been derided because I'm getting the regular edition because of just how things worked out financially and stuff. That's what I could get. This is the better one to get.
Cool though, dude. It's so cool, man.
Well, that's why I got it. It was for these two accessories. I said it was either the big stupid arm I know Dummy's cool in the original movie, but it's not like
the big stupid arm.
Yeah, but it was either that or these things, and I wanted the arc reactor and stuff more. But yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Everybody make bot accounts right now.
Bot accounts.
I'm just kidding.
I didn't realize we were all named Kevin Durant.
Right.
But you know, so like this is one like Taskmaster I could see sitting there for a recent thing.
Yeah.
The only other one I'll mention, then let's get to everybody else. I could say possibly, and these are all Marvel ones. I know it's not fair to pick on Marvel necessarily.
But Marvel's the most overstocked right now.
Well,
so it's
also, you know, if you were back looking at the pre-order page, there's 68 currently listed for it. This is after like Mark 5 and some other ones just came in stock recently. It's 68 versus like 48 or 47.
Yeah.
Or
They're
something.
also a bit higher price too.
They are.
Yeah, some of them with like Thanos and some of the bigger figures. So it's just the sheer numbers of how many are still been out. You know, Star Wars only had a resurgence since Mando within the last couple of years. There are some of these guys who have been sitting there for quite a while, maybe even almost longer. You know, like or just as long. Like what am I thinking of? Whiplash 2.0.
Watch your mouth.
Whiplash 2.0, which was an exclusive.
Yeah,
isn't
that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
So we talk about they're going bye-bye. Like, oh, well, we can go back to, you know, we talk about the armor. I'm like, I don't know. We can talk about Whiplash is even longer.
Let's say hi to our boy Whiplash. 285? Are you out of your damn mind?
You know, guys, this is actually a pretty good figure. With the Mark 85, it's too bad right now because, like, this time last year, Amazon actually was selling this guy brand new. Like you could find him for $199.
Yep, I remember that. At the time, I was looking
for
Hot Toys on Amazon.
You know, the sad part is it was still up there at that price, or it was like 209 or 215 or something like that. It jumped up a little bit, or like less than 220 or less. It still was up there for months, like that at that price point before it finally sold out.
Look at that face, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good figure, but it was just had to be such a specific moment, and now we have the figure to put with it.
Yeah,
so if it was $199 now or something, it would probably go pretty quick.
I think the Whiplash Mark II is way cooler as well, and you can now that we have the new the reissue of the War Machine from Iron Man 2 coming out, it just makes more sense to have like the Whiplash Mark II to kind of recreate that final scene. I don't know, guys. I don't know what you guys in the chat think of this Whiplash. You already know what we think of this figure because we've talked about it here and there. I don't know, man. 285 for this one is definitely a no-go. This one's going to end up getting thrown on a coupon eventually. I'm surprised that it's not on a significant coupon already, but I guess they're not ready to move.
Or if this guy hits low stock remaining, then we might have to kind of go like this. Like,
right. Is it worth it?
Well, no, it start hitting them. Is something going on here or
that's
what?
True. That's true.
You know, if this one, because we're just going to be like, what?
Good point. Very good point. All right, so... So this was the final one lane that you were saying you could think? What was your final one?
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to get sidetracked with this one, but the other Marvel one I could see possibly ending up like this is gonna be Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. Oh, I just put
Winter Soldier. Yeah, this guy,
the coveted Winter Soldier,
Mr. Big. This or Cable. I mean, these guys are pretty, you know, Mr. Big Neck, Team Big Necks.
This dude is Team No Shoulders. That's what this dude is. Team, but they are Team No Traps. That's the team.
Well, isn't the one thing, guy? I don't know if anybody if you guys or if in
is missing a bird.
Yeah, if in chat, I think it's his human side shoulder. I think it's supposed to be to make it a little bit buffer, like it looks there.
Yeah,
is that there's supposed to be a simple like the black little placking material that they normally put in, like in between the arm joints, is supposed to be in there or something. I think just showed that. So of even Cable, which I don't think many people are going to buy, just because I don't know. But this guy I think is going to sit also because I think people are going to be concerned about the pleather jacket.
I absolutely. And I will say, guys, I'm on record saying this already. I do like this figure, but it's not a perfect figure by any means. But I do like this guy, and I like the Cable too. The Cable is a sore subject right now, I know, but there's a lot of reviews coming out for Cable, and I will say that my mind is at ease. I was already kind of with the figure, and Lane and I were kind of talking about this backstage before we got started. But what do you guys think of this Winter Soldier in chat? We haven't talked about this one a little bit. All the buzz has kind of gone away. Everybody kind of said, we hate this figure. We don't want to talk about it anymore. But has
Where
anybody
Cable,
changed
everybody's
their mind?
wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, Cable, because people are there. We got some closet buyers. That's what we call them. The people who live on air when we're talking about it, or on Facebook. A lot of people talk crap about it and talk smack because that's the cool thing to do. But some people, they think about it, they get a chance, and they think about it on their own, and they're like, oh man, I kind of like that figure, and I need Cable to go with my Deadpool, and they buy it without telling anybody. So that does happen too. You'd be surprised.
Do you think it could be for Cable though? The big reason why is because he has the original body. He's got all the. I mean, this guy doesn't have anything, so we're not going to ever. You can't take that. Really, you would never take the jacket or stuff off anyway. But Cable has that original body and stuff like that, and
the
all
ability to do
techno-organic
so,
stuff, and the techno-organic stuff and all that. So it's different than your average, even like Captain America, Winter Soldier, where it's
for sure.
It's very much an original-esque figure, even in comparison to like Deadpool or something like that. So maybe that's why there's a little bit like, hey, they spent all this time in R&D, they're going to make that body look really good. You know, for having it off for whatever reason. I don't know why you would, because that guy is
that's
supposed
the
to
thing.
be
Like, it's
wearing
not a cop out,
trash.
right? It's not a cop out, because I know a lot of people are saying, well, you shouldn't have to say that. But who's going to display? Let's be real. Who's going to display it without the clothes on? I would say 95% of the people that are buying that figure are not. Just like the Clone Wars Maul. Yeah, he looks goofy as heck with the shirt off. But who's going to display him like that? I'm not. Just me personally. I understand everybody's points, but
those two, which are not in stock yet, but I mean, I can include Winter Soldier and Cable kind of together because they have similar issues, some of the body part issues and other stuff we've talked about for both. They're too skinny, whatever.
Yeah.
I can see both of those guys ending up in this position, but much more likely this guy, because Deadpool 2 is a good movie, but it came out so long ago.
The hype is long gone,
And this show was kind of a mixed bag. But Bucky can go. Like, Bucky could move if they released that stealth suit Captain America. I'm not saying he's going to send a ton or anything like that.
But yeah, I mean, I think absolutely.
People are going to want
it.
He's a $250 Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and then with a deal.
And he could be on sale, or you can get it with it. Maybe the price point, like for $500 or $525 ship, you might be able to get like both or something.
Yeah.
And this guy, whatever issues in the future you have with flaking, he doesn't have it now. Whereas other Winter Soldiers are going to have that problem possibly now.
Yeah, very true. It does seem like it's like I've watched some reviews briefly on it. It does seem like a bit thicker pleather, but definitely something to look out for. I want to say what's up to some people in the chat. Kumar, my friend, how you doing? Good to see you as always. I hope you're doing well. We're all in good health. I think at this point, Lane is feeling way better than he did over the past few weeks. I think at this point he's gotten over it. So I think we're all in good health as far as I know. Hope everybody in the chat is in good health.
But I get a fly in a couple days.
So that could change things.
Yeah.
What is that stuff you take before you get on the plane? Airborne? You got to pop some Airbornes. Dude. That's what you got to do. That stuff works wonders. I used to have to take that
because
when
I was going to get another vaccination like a few weeks back. That was my original plan, like a month before I was going to fly. But then I caught COVID.
Yeah. And
I was just like, I don't want to make it, because they said you want to take it for it to be fully integrated kind of in your body for about a month.
Yeah.
And I just had it so recently that I just decided that I don't want to get sick again. So I still am gonna get another one, but I'll do it later this year.
Yeah. James says, guys, get the Civil War OG Winter Soldier. Those are sick figures. The Red Star and the Chrome. Damn, dude. So in terms of 2.0s, that's one of my most sought after 2.0s from Marvel, is that first Winter Soldier with the goggles and the mask and everything. Like, that figure needs a 2.0. Like, we talked about that before, but a figure that needs a 2.0 is a figure that is flaking very badly in a lot of people's collections, that needs an update, and that's one of the biggest contenders, in my opinion, for a 2.0. I really, 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 really want to see that. Really, really. I can't say really enough, because I really, really want to see that. Let's see. Bantha Boy says, it's okay, so I'll probably grab it at some point. Yeah, I mean, for a lot of people, those who are grabbing this, including myself, this is going to be one that we wait on. But as Lane's saying, who knows if this one's going to end up on the chopping block, but I hope it doesn't. There's a lot of figures that I would like to wait on to try to get a deal on, but with things kind of seem like they might be changing and turning around, who knows? But I'm going to keep an eye on that. Guys, I would recommend with that last chance page, keep a tab open on your phone or something and check it throughout the day, because stuff just keeps popping up.
Are you able to set? I don't think you can. Where you could like mark particular figures or something that they track or anything
To
like
get an
that.
alert.
Or like you can track for figures. I guess other than adding them to like that wanted list thing or whatever that you can do. Not the wait list, but that other thing.
Like a wish list, yeah.
The wish list, I guess you can
add. When you do put stuff on your wish list, sometimes it'll message you if there's like any change, like it goes into in stock status or anything like that. It'll say like an item on your wish list has been updated. I don't know if you could do that for low stock status. I don't believe so, but hey, Sideshow, if you ever watch this stream, because you're definitely not watching now, that's what you need to update. That's an idea from Lane, and you owe him a royalty, at least 20 cents on every sale. You owe Lane a royalty for that.
Well,
idea.
I think it would be. I'm surprised. I think it would be a useful thing on the site because there's so many items. I know we mostly focus on 100, but there's so many items, whether collectibles or even smaller action figures and stuff.
I can't type. So
Someone
as we're talking,
yeah.
Go ahead, and then I'll continue.
Yeah, no. And then someone did ask earlier in the chat. I meant to bring it up because I was going to say if we got to King Shark or something like that. Someone did ask a while ago if we thought they were good. Yeah, that's what.
Okay. Thank you for bringing that up because I was going to answer this and then we kind of got off on a tangent. So
yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you for bringing it up. So I'll let Lane answer your question, but I want to say like this Peacemaker selling out, if it actually is sold out, this Peacemaker selling out is definitely going to start moving this figure as well because it's how it is, guys. When stuff like this happens, people get sent into a frenzy of buying and like being scared. It's FOMO. That's what it is.
Frenzy.
Yeah, a feeding frenzy, if you will.
Oh my gosh, But I thought I was the bad puns.
It was warranted. I'll give him that one. It was warranted. But with this one, I think this is definitely like higher on my list in terms of what I think is next on that chopping block. If we're seeing pre-order stuff go to waitlist to out of stock to waitlist,
this guy has been on the pre-order.
Yeah, it hasn't been selling really well. They probably cut off their numbers a while ago and just kind of said, "Oh, I guess that's all we're gonna get."
The power pose and. Until we even knew this guy was out for a while before even Peacemaker was available, we didn't know if was he going to have anything to stick him with.
Yeah.
Now to answer your question, I'll answer this one real quick, and then I've been talking too much here.
It's the Lane hour. It's okay. It's the Lane hour.
No, it's not. It's not okay. So we have the new. If they're going to do a Suicide Squad 2 Harley Quinn, I don't think so. I think we're past the point they would have done that. Now, who knows? They will something, as we know, they might just randomly be like, we haven't had a DC release. Well, we started prototyping this Margot Robbie thing. Let's put it out. We need to have something to fill that schedule or with the license or whatever. So now that's what I think led to crappy figures like the Birds of Prey ones. So that might have killed the interest.
You had one of those at one point, didn't you?
I know. If you go back and watch my unboxing of that I subbed you after I took it out there, I went really like, ugh. Like my facial expressions were not a positive thing.
Never fun.
In my voice, but
never fun.
There's a reason that I decided to finally go and make the jump that I bought that J&D Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
just because I just won't spend the usual pricing that Harley Quinn, the Suicide Squad figure, costs. Even though I know it's like 500 versus 3,000 or something or whatever, or 2,500 or something it was cost for shipping for that statue, but they're a different thing. I think that unfortunately, I think all we're getting is really of the new movie of her is the statue of the quarter scale premium format. In the costume, everybody. If they did her, it would be fantastic. If they do that costume from the quarter scale statue, that would be great. Awesome. That's the one I think everybody would want. Do I kind of wish in this world we could have gotten 0 Harley Quinns from Birds of Prey, and we could have got, if we were getting 2 Harley Quinns, we could have got the red dress. I don't like the red dress personally most of the movie, but if we could have got the red dress and the other outfit, I think those would have sold way more.
I like the red dress just because of what she did while she was wearing it, because she was pretty badass in that red dress. So that's the only reason I would want it. The look, I'm like, but.
Yeah, but I'm saying what if we got those made instead of like
it'd be way better. It'd be way better.
But anyway, so I don't think so. But honestly, with any of this, I mean, how many of us thought when they announced that premium format statue of her, you're just like, wait, what? in the outfit that everybody wanted.
Was kind of out of nowhere,
Yeah, a year later. But
yeah.
So it could be, but I think it's minimal chance.
Yeah, they didn't even give us a Bloodsport. I was really expecting that we were going to get a Bloodsport. I would have bought a Bloodsport. Yeah, there's been actually quite a few, like So Toys. Theirs is actually starting to ship now, apparently. And then there's, I think Thunder Toys did the other one. That company is like, from what I've seen. But yeah, for sure. I think Lane's right. I think they kind of would have done it already if they were going to. And the fact that they didn't do any other characters.
And the movie bombed. Like, we can't get over the fact that movie did bomb at the end of the day. I know with HBO, as has been determined by the current leaders of Warner Brothers, putting all their movies on HBO Max was not a good idea. I think that helped because I think that movie was always facing a little bit in the regular, non-fans like us. I mean, we're looking at that movie and going, how many hot toys are we going to get from it?
Yeah,
half the time.
That's true. That's what everybody thinks. If you're a hot toys collector,
or if the movie's really awful and everybody's awful in it, we're going, how many hot toys are we not going to be buying for that?
Right, movie? And then it ends up being the opposite. The movie that everybody hates, they do a bunch for. Unfortunately, with this one, that didn't happen. But HG, what's up, bro? How you doing? Good to see you in here, man. I hope you're doing well. Isn't it still
cool? We got of all the things we get, we got a king shirt though.
Yeah, this is sick. Here, I will say this, and I saw my man Ma saying he picked up the shark dudes. Like, yeah. So even if you're not a fan of this movie, it's a 6-scale shark. Like, I wasn't sure I was gonna get this. I had to rewatch Suicide Squad 2 a second time, and after I rewatched it, I'm like, yeah, dude, King Shark's pretty cool. I know everybody was mixed on how he was portrayed in the movie, but I don't know, man. I thought he was funny. I thought he was fun. I like dopey characters like that.
And if you own any Hot Toys you really hate, all you can this guy's made for diorama sets up of having him leaping out of water or just leaping out of nowhere, like the what was it, the fruit punch bowl guy, the Kool-Aid guy. Just bouncing out as he's trying to chop off her. Yeah, he can go yummy, yummy as he's about to chomp their head off or something like that. And your pictures in this.
The Collector had said about The Rock and Black Adam will sell tons. I agree. If they do that, I might pay it just because it's The Rock.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it is. I mean, we talked about this before. Like Keanu Reeves, I love Keanu Reeves as an actor, and I think he's a really cool person from what I've seen. So a lot of times, like the Matrix 4 movie was obviously horrible for a lot of us, but I'm still going to be grabbing that figure because it's Keanu and it looks really nice, and it's the Matrix still. It is still the Matrix, but Nate, what's up, bro? How you doing? Yes, Nate. Begun the Waitlist Wars has. Yes, it's the Waitlist Wars, guys. Like, Waitlist woes, Waitlist Wars. Like, no matter what you call it, it's a weird time. I know Nate was dissecting it to a T on stream yesterday. I was watching. Of course, Nate invites me to come on stream at almost 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? I was ready to go at 6 o'clock. So sorry, guys. I wasn't on Geeking Out last night because I didn't get invited till 10 o'clock. But that's all right.
They went for 6 hours, though. Or 7 hours.
Yeah, dude. Nate has. I got a timer in me. You guys know, once we get to that 3-hour mark, I'm like, all right, I think we're all 2.5, 3 hours.
2.5 hours is where
we've gone pretty long sometimes. You guys know. Some of you guys have been subscribed for a while. We've had some long streams, but not as long as Nate. I can't beat Nate.
The broke time before the Waitlist Wars.
Right.
Boy, this is just we're gonna be Star Wars line miming. This is gonna be the time here for just all this stuff, but.
Insane one. Speaking the facts, bro. Feed that algorithm. Drop a like, guys. We appreciate that.
This
makes a good question for you guys. Just kind of rambling while we're looking at King Shark here. What do you guys in the last year, leaving this? You can't use this guy. Leaving this guy out. What is the hot toy that was announced? It can be Marvel, DC, whatever scale or whatever figure. That you were shocked when you actually saw it got released, where you were just like, what?
That's easy. Buzz Lightyear. Dude, when I woke up and I saw that and let me pull him up while we're talking about him, because unfortunately, so many things have come out since then. The hype for this guy has kind of disappeared, but not for me.
Then how Lightyear kind of went too.
Well, the thing is, Lightyear, I don't think Lightyear was poorly received. They try to compete, like Nate said, they try to compete with the dinosaurs. You can't compete with dinosaurs. The Jurassic Jurassic World movie came out around the same time, and it just pushed it down in the numbers. I loved this movie. I thought it was great. I had a fun time watching it. It was fun, yeah. And I think it's on Disney Plus.
I didn't care.
Or is it about to be on Disney Plus? Is it? No, it's been on Disney Plus.
I didn't care for it so much. It wasn't. I thought it was all right.
That's okay. I loved it. I personally loved it. It was like an extension of my childhood films in a way. I really, really enjoyed it. But this is to answer your question. This one caught me so off guard, dude. Like it hit me right in the feels when I woke up and I saw that Buzz Lightyear. Like me and Chris were flipping out. Chris messaged me like, "Dude, Buzz Lightyear." I'm like, "Yeah, me too." And Doc Smizzle, "Buzz Lightyear." We were flipping out. So this one's really special to me and is very surprising because, as you guys know, I mean, they don't touch like Disney and Pixar stuff very often. And when they do, it's usually a banger. I mean, look at all the Pirates of the Caribbean figures, the Maleficent figure, the Winnie the Pooh figure, and those figures are amazing.
Those are ones we never really got to see. I think those were in China only.
Yeah,
Winnie the Pooh.
You had the Belle at one point too, right?
Which I actually still want.
I wish I had known you then, sir, because I would have sold it to you, pocketed it in the box, and say, "Have a good time."
TX, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Unfortunately, the box was in terrible. The figure itself was actually in terrible shape.
I thought so. I thought it's been on Disney Plus for a minute before the broke times, before the waitlist wars.
Yeah. Yes. Hey, Don Prime. Yes. Yeah, it's been a. I would agree.
You said that so aggressive.
Hey, Don Prime. Lane's like, just leave me alone, man. Go ahead, Lane. Go ahead.
It was. I actually think it's really cool they're doing this figure. I do hope it sells decent. Like it's pre-ordered and ends up selling decently for Hot Toys because maybe they might do some like I said. I didn't really care for Lightyear. This version of Bud Lightyear, even though it was Chris Evans voicing him, I want the original voice actor. I really got taken out for me.
I understand that. It was kind of close though. Like I thought the same thing until I saw the movie, and I was like, "It's actually not that bad." So, like, he does a pretty good job.
But I get why they did it though, because this is not the toy version of Buzz Lightyear.
Okay, I don't have to say it then. You already know. Cool.
Okay, but that doesn't change for me, and I'm sure that's some people, other people. Is Bud Lightyear is the voice of the Toy Story toy version of him.
Oh, absolutely.
So I would have preferred it. Now, at this point, Tim Allen may be too old to like voice him like he did back in the 90s and everything. I think he's going to sound a little bit different. So being that this is like a 25 to 30-year-old Buzz Lightyear and stuff, he's a young man in this movie. He may not work, Chris Evans is at least in that age range for voice.
Don't you do Tim Allen like that? How dare you? How dare you? That's my childhood hero.
Yeah, he's got another Santa Claus movie.
I got to talk about Tim the Toolman Taylor. Like that.
But it's like if they did a Buzz, not a Buzz, Woody. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't Tom Hanks, it wouldn't be Buzz to me. Like this is one of the things I like. This is what's a hard thing for me where. At some point down the road, we're going to have a complete reboot of the MCU. Maybe it's not the huge, big MCU, but some of the heroes are rebooted with a new younger actor. I'm going to still look at, be looking for, thinking of Chris Evans, Captain America, like 20 years from now when I'm an old man, that I'm going to be thinking, well, I remember Chris Evans and he was great. And who's this, 24-year-old guy who I don't know. It's like Robert Pattinson glitter vampire version of him. And I'm like, what happened to Captain America? He used to kick Nazis' asses and blow away Hydra agents. And now he's just I don't know. It's like the Swan Lake version of Captain America. So he's pirouetting and then chopping them in the back of the head or something like that. And that's how he takes them out. I don't know. Oh God, man. That's like a bad meme video or animated meme video being waited to be made.
Yeah, I don't think we want that to be made.
No.
Chris, I would like to hear your answer to this question. To Lane's question, what do you think was the most surprising figure in the past year that kind of caught you off guard and you're like, oh, they actually made that?
I was jokingly gonna say Morbius until you brought this up, but
I don't think Morbius is a joke though, because bro.
I mean it did, but we did make jokes about it. But yeah, that was the first one I thought of. I mean,
And this one has the first officially signed hot toy out of all the figures. Jared Leto is the one to jump on the opportunity, but it's a good price.
It's not super expensive. You can still get it.
Yeah, it's a
I mean,
price.
it's not. We're not saying it's cheap or anything like that. But in comparison to having I mean, I don't think it's going to end up being a very bad figure. I'm honestly surprised there isn't actually.
Base, dude. It's that base.
Yeah, with the
I love it.
It's not going to be. I mean, it's literally a figure if you're looking for something movie accurate to put like with Venom or something like that, because they're part of, they're made by the same picture company, whether they're in the same universe or anything. They're Spider-Man guys. Both of them are originated in Spider-Man. Yeah. I mean, other than Carnage, which is a $500 and something figure, $450 to $500. You already have Venom. You want something to go like from the cinematic version. You could get that, and it's a signed version for $350, which, to put in context, guys' signatures, even for someone like Jared Leto, he's, maybe not as big a name as some people.
He's still like $200 plus just for the signature, like to get something
for
signed,
$90 you get it signed, and you get it on a hot toy.
Very fair.
That's probably like signed or whatever authentication they're probably going to have with it too. You're going to have that with
it's going to be. Yep.
Okay. So I remember one more you were shocked about though, Connor. And we kind of were. It was the Wolverine. If I'm not mistaken, I know you were.
Yes.
Really
what am
recent.
I thinking?
That one actually came out of nowhere.
2 of them. So shocked. Yes. How could I forget? And where is he? He's just
You might want to put Wolverine like hot toy.
I was
going to be a lot of Wolverine stuff.
Well, I'm just used to being lazy on Sideshow, but when you're doing it live, guys, this is what happens. This is what I look like when I'm on my own searching on Sideshow's website. You ever watch those videos where it's like them showing how people search on Google and it's like a robot? That's me. That's how I search stuff. But yes, perfect example, I think.
And the fact they went all out on this figure.
Like who in the chat's getting this Wolverine? I hope everyone here who collects Marvel is getting this Hugh Jackman Wolverine, because this is that release. This is that release right there.
Yeah. Like I remember seeing my phone and going through these release and then seeing that, and I was just like, that is just such an oddball out of the list.
Very unexpected.
Didn't see it coming. Yeah.
The other ones we kind of knew were either going to come soon or eventually. Yeah. This one was just like,
especially in 1973.
I think it's the version of him with
look at that swag. Look at that swag. Yeah, the version specifically.
I would actually have disagreed with you, because my one would actually be from this time frame too, that just totally shocked me. But after we talk about this guy, but it's.
Well, go ahead. We could jump around.
For another. That's fair. That's fair, Boot.
You'll be. I mean, when's the last one? Like 2014, 2015.
The last Wolverine.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat might be able to answer that.
It's been longer in it. Or
Collector Chris, what's up, bro? He said they need to make more room for DeLoreans. DeLoreans and N1s, bro. That's what makes me think maybe they're actually doing these M1s, because we got that event. I think it's in 2 days, right? The Toy Sapiens event is on the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
is it on the 2nd? Second or the 3rd? But either way, maybe they're clearing space for those N1s.
Maybe here. It'll be here.
I can't even show you how big the box is because I don't have enough room on my camera, but yeah, I think that might be what happens, guys. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, hey guys, I'll tell you this much. We ever complain about box size with Hot Toys figures, like because of bases?
Yes,
or something?
The Hyperspace event.
Yeah, somebody sent me a picture just to put it where you better be committed to like storage, like ordering a storage unit. Someone sent me information like for that Maestro. You might have seen that statue from XM, the quarter scale. That's gonna be the Maestro with like all the hero stuff. Someone sent me a thing saying that for that statue, it's going to be 4 boxes total for all the pieces. They're going to weigh 80.
You lost me there. You lost 4 boxes.
No. It gets worse. They weigh 80 pounds each, so it's going to be 320 pounds of shipping.
Wow.
Now that's even for big, like for big stuff and everything, like. For bigger statues like Prime One, they're maybe 1 or 2 boxes. Maybe if they're super big, 3. But this one is 4 boxes and 320 pounds.
Dude, I can't imagine those big boxes like that, and especially like a Batmobile. I don't have any 1/6 scale vehicles. But like this thing was big to me, so
and that's just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
Kaiju, I just want to say, Kaiju Daddy said the Hyperspace event's going to be today, and he said he's going to be
later
tonight. In an hour.
Guys, hey, let me ask you guys: will you guys have time? Maybe not all of us or anything, but if like maybe like let's say about like I don't know, a little bit later tonight, if they do like anything majorly
I'll hop
big
back
like
on.
this,
Yeah, I'll hop back on.
even if just
Kaiju.
maybe even for maybe just like maybe 20-30 minutes, just so we could just go.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Hey, ABC, we're just really quick going to talk about what we see from this.
Right, Kaiju. If you're, I don't know if you are, but if you're not, could you hop in the Hot Toys Hotline Facebook group and post whatever photos you get from there if they let you to take photos? I'm assuming they do. I would really appreciate that because I'm a big Star Wars fan, as you could see. So I'm really excited to see what we get from that event. Most likely, I'm sure it'll be stuff that that we've already seen for the most part. But hey, if all we get from that event is the N1 actually being a thing and being announced that it's going to be going up for pre-order,
I think either that or if they announce the full Attack of the Clones line too, so we can finally see it. I know.
Lane, say it again, Lane. Say it again,
so that they can finally announce it, and then Connor can finally know it's gonna be
Mason 25 in 25.
Oh, that's right. No, Lane, we're not doing this today.
Okay.
The chat already knows that Mace Windu's coming out for the Attack of the Clones next wave, so they're good. They're good.
If they did that, I think that announcement or the N1, if they could announce whatever's the second wave, if it's 5, 4, 3 figure, whatever.
Yeah.
That and get those finally out there so we kind of know what's going on with that. But the figure I was surprised by was RoboCop.
Yeah, RoboCop too. That's another one. I just want to say Kaiju said he's going to be putting the content on his channel, guys. So definitely check out Kaiju's channel. And if we're still alive and there's some like surprising stuff, we'll actually pull up Kaiju's video and watch it together on the channel if he has something up by then.
You know, I heard the Mace Windu mating call for 2025.
Yeah, Sean just woke up from his old man nap. He's sitting. Sean's sitting in his chair like this with his corn cob pipe in his mouth. He's like, huh? He heard Mace Windu.
Yeah. Sorry, Sean. I had to fill in for the singing vocals for both of us.
Mute your mic back, Sean. We're not doing this. We got to move on.
Come on, Sean. Let's hear the pipes, man. We know.
2025. The day that Mace Windu will be revealed.
Sean to be muted, just let us know in chat. We'll take care of it for you.
If anybody would like to watch Dirty Dishes, do some dishes. Let us know.
Who that is. But guys, let's move on.
So be prepared because the purple rain starts 2025.
Are there other people in this stream? Like I don't know what was going on. My camera was really small, but I thought for some reason I thought there was other people in the stream. But
look who it is.
Guys, what are we doing? Why is he not muted? Why is he not muted, guys? No.
The first casualty of the waitlist wars.
And his name is John Cena.
Right. Yeah, let's not Bantha Boy, don't wish that on the N1. So many people, including myself, were hoping for the N1. Don't you do that. We're still waiting for those other exclusives.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? If you have to import the N1, you kind of know what it is for like statue collectors who are having to pay for all the shipping stuff from over there to here, probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Kaiju, I hope they bust out that base because I don't know if you guys had. Did you, Kaiju, where you're from? Did they have like rescreenings of Star Wars Rogue One? Probably not, right? In the U.S., we had rescreenings of Rogue One recently to show off some an early scene from Andor, like basically a full scene. So I'm wondering if they're looking at Rogue One stuff again. If they bust out that Baze Malbus and put them in the display case at the event, I'll get super excited because maybe there's hope after all.
Hey, Kaiju. I'm assuming they're probably going to possibly have.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I'm assuming they might have there since it just got released. Do you think you might get any video, or if you're getting your hands on it today or tomorrow, the black chrome Death Trooper, so we can get some pictures maybe that aren't behind glass that reflect, so you can't see it clearly?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll be on display. Him and like the chrome Stormtrooper and stuff, because I know the chrome Stormtrooper was on the advertisement for the event, so. Andor is being promoted for this. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. I'm excited.
They might. Let me guess. What if they for Andor? If it's like maybe not right now, but if they did it for as kind of a prelude to announcement for like Hot Toys, like they announce something before, like Obi-Wan got fairly going, or was it Book of Boba Fett? They did with Fennec Shan.
Are you talking about at last year's event?
No, when they announced before like a show started. What if at this event they like revealed like, I don't know, a
I wouldn't be surprised. Like
Death
stuff
Trooper
that we've
Or an
seen.
Andor.
Yeah, stuff that we've seen.
Yeah, like they released for a new version like of a Death Trooper specialist or something like that.
That would be awesome. Yeah, Chris, I would love if we finally got our Forrest
Saw Gerrera.
Whitaker figure. Saul Guerrera, dude. If you guys have seen the animated show, Saul Guerrera is
He got done dirty.
Yeah,
Rogue
he's that
One.
dude though. He's super.
He was supposed to be in it more though, supposedly.
Yeah,
than
compared to what he was in the shows, yeah, he definitely got done dirty. But that was kind of like at the end of his life. I'm excited to see more from him in Andor because obviously he's a bit younger and not quite so reliant on his little breathing machine that's built into his suit. We'll see, but I'm definitely interested. Yes, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for more Rogue One stuff, guys. After I saw Rogue One in theaters, it just kind of ignited my love again for that film. I love that movie, and it was definitely
too.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, I want to do a quick thing. So
Fallen Order,
here.
yes, he was.
Yeah. I want to do a quick call out to Sideshow. Can we please get rid of these horrible pictures for
Oh yeah, so let's talk about.
Switchback?
We're getting sidetracked. Sorry guys. Thank you, Lane, for bringing us back. Yes.
Can we get rid of these?
Why
pictures?
do they still have these photos up? That's a good question.
I mean, because if you don't know what's going on, like you look at this and barely look because it's waitlisted for a while, and if it does pop up, like let's say 6 months from now,
there's the good look.
Make some
Yeah,
more
that's
of it.
crazy. People who don't know if it was
there's a newer- I
updated or
think
don't
those must be
follow.
They're
newer
confused, right? They're confused. They're like, why does he
Right.
look different here than he? And that's a good point. Like, why does he
It's
look
probably
different here than he
killing
looks
their
there?
pre-orders.
Oh, I mean, just the look of the figure originally is what killed the pre-orders. That eagle is so sick, though. I mean, this is definitely a really cool figure,
I mean,
guys.
that's the old version, and I'm just like, why get rid of those, man?
Yeah.
If you were trying to get this to waitlist, you probably would have got this to waitlist a lot faster.
Yeah,
Versus,
I agree.
It's just because that's the first one too.
But yeah,
Like
guys, who in the chat grabbed this one? I know a couple people said they earlier when they grabbed it, but if you're just now getting in, you weren't here for our earlier conversation. Me personally, I did grab this one. I was definitely very on the fence at first, and maybe I still am a little bit. I guess we'll decide once it's closer to release how the final product turns out. But I did drop a pre-order on this guy because I was interested enough to where I'm like, I don't want to miss out on him if this is it for this figure in terms of stock with Sideshow. So I did drop a pre-order in this guy. I will say if they didn't make the improvements to this figure and it was just the original one that we got, there was no way I would have pre-ordered it. I know our good friend Monica, he kind of did the same thing. He waited until he saw the improvements and he's like, okay, now I want this figure because he liked the character, but he wasn't sure on the figure. And I was kind of the same way. And I rewatched Suicide Squad 2 and I was like, you know what? Peacemaker's awesome. I haven't watched the show yet. I'm going to be watching that soon. That's kind of next on my list. I've got a list of shows. I got to watch The Boys. I know everybody's going to be like, oh, you haven't seen The Boys yet? No, I haven't. So I still got to watch The Boys. Still got to watch the Peacemaker show. I'm all caught up on my Marvel for the most part. I have one episode to catch up on She-Hulk. I have to catch up on Miss Marvel as well. But
the problem is you're going to watch The Boys and go, hey, hot, and then you're going to go look at like that Star Ace figure and go, what the hell happened?
I don't think I want that.
Character?
I don't think so.
What you can make legitimately is maybe one of the coolest comic book characters in the last several years in Homelander. Yeah, that guy is just amazing and how awful he is.
Right. That's what I've heard. I'm excited to watch it. But yeah, Kaiju, I totally agree. Rogue One is very underrated in my opinion.
It's too bad that the problem with it is that the story part for it. I mean, it's in some ways what a real good Star Wars movie should be, which is a war style, like a war style one should be. Should be a little bit more spectacle necessarily than like the most engrossing deep character to study or something like that.
Yeah, and it's not. I like Rogue One because it's very easy with Star Wars for them to tell the story where the rebels win and the rebels just escape, and we didn't quite see that with Rogue One. Rogue One, I mean. I'm not really spoiling anything because the movie's been out since 2016, but everybody dies. Everybody dies.
Well, and also the rebellion is in a very bad shape. You know, the rebellion, by the time they get where the beginning where we see them in, I think it helps paint a kind of situation that the rebels are in, since their almost entire rebel fleet that they had at that time almost gets completely destroyed.
Yeah. The hammerheads. Yeah, Admiral Radis. That was so sad when that dude got put down because he was that dude had guts. He was popping off. He was excited they were winning, and then the Empire said, "Nope, Not
No,
done
Darth
yet.
Vader showed up.
Send in Vader. Speaking of Vader, guys, I actually did just meet Spencer Wilding this past weekend. For those of you who don't know, he was actually in the Darth Vader suit for the Krennic scene. So that was really cool.
That's cool.
Chris, I thought you knew that I was gone. I'm sorry, dude.
Man.
I just realized I should have invited you. But hey, they'll do another event. It's like a pop and horror con. That's kind of probably the main reason. Chris is like, I'm turning my camera off. I'm crying off stream. But no, it was like a horror convention. I was like, I don't know if you would really be into that. So, but yeah, they did have some. Those are mostly Kevin's though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah. Don't you?
Yeah, but there's the but. Anyway,
but I'm getting them.
All right, this is cool.
All right, TK, you've seen Rogue One. Don't you dare. I know you're in the Discord. You're a big Star Wars fan. You have seen Rogue One. Don't you dare.
Well, let's talk
Yes,
about
he
the
was.
let's talk about the butt of the bat cycle. That is
Yes,
now Waitlisted.
what the heck, man? What? So this one, another one.
They must
along
have
with the
they must
Peacemaker.
have they must have really underordered on this one.
I'm disappointed, Connor.
Chris, like, we're not going to do this the whole stream. We'll talk off stream, man. I'll console you off stream. I'm sorry. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, damn, I probably should have invited Chris, but it was just a last minute thing, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Does that
Live
mean
on
that,
air.
This is why people turn to the dark side.
Does that mean Sean and I can serenade you with our Mace's 2025 man, the 2025 man after the stream?
Maybe after, but right now we're talking about the bike. Guys, who grabbed this bat cycle? And someone made a good point in the chat. Who was where is that comment? I've already lost it. Oh, here we go. Insane one. He said he's not sure if this bike is worth half the tumbler. It's hard to say. Here's the thing about this, though. This is a newer release, so of course we have those higher prices that have come with the new releases. But also the franchises are different, so this one may have cost a bit more to get the license. Who knows? But I will say this is really cool, and I like that it comes with two different kind of display stands. The thing about this one versus the tumbler, it's way smaller, so it's much easier to fit into a display. And this one's also more, exactly, and it's more versatile because there's so many different characters you could put on a motorcycle. But how many characters would truly make sense with the tumbler? Not many.
How many have outfits that might not bend or break trying to stick them in the tumbler?
That too as well. This one you can kind of see like the Pattinson Batman here is kind of leaning off the side, and you could pull that off with most figures, honestly.
Well, it's like comparing the Batpod. That's what I decided to go with and stuff when I finally get it. Yeah, we all missed it. Rest in peace,
Jenner. So rest in peace.
She was the character I was really surprised died.
Yeah, Felicity Jones is amazing.
She had an option for another movie beyond that, so she was kind of surprised they killed her.
I love her, dude. She's awesome. Nate said he pre-ordered it through one of his backups. I'm guessing you're like a backup place that you grab pre-orders from. Awesome. Yeah, I grabbed it through Sideshow. I sat there and stared at it the first day it went up, and I told myself, I'm like, man, this is going to be one of those that leaves first, because I know like so many people are like, I don't need that. Because a lot of people are waiting for the Pattinson Batmobile, including myself. But I'm like, I told myself I'm going to go all in on this Pattinson Batman because I really love that movie so much, and I love him in that role. So at the end of the day, my love for the character, the Bat Cycle stole my heart because of that. Kaiju said, is this die-cast? I'm sure it probably has some die-cast components, but it's not fully die-cast, I don't believe. Oh, look at that. Adjustable degree handlebar making right and left turns. How fancy. I would expect that for a $350 bike. It is USB operated, which is really cool.
That seems to be becoming more common, though.
But the cable's not included.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Come on, man. Look where these figures are coming from. Like, they can get us some cheap freaking... cables. I mean, they produce everything there themselves. They can get us some cables. Why aren't they including the cable for $315? Who knows? But diecast would slightly change your mind. I'm sure there are diecast components. This is one of those things they don't come out and say it. Kind of like K2SO and IG11 and figures like that. They don't come out and say that it has diecast in most cases, but when you actually get it in hand, it's nice to see that there are some present. And I think there will be some diecast components in there, maybe in like this, like the axle and stuff, just to give it some rigidity. Who knows? Penn says K2 lives on. I'm guessing that's Batman. No. K2 lives on and got a name change to KX Enforcer as a Mando background character. He's waiting for his time to escape. Hey, I will say this. me personally, I'm glad that I have the actual K2, and I'm glad for everybody that's going to get the KX Enforcer. But I will say, when I look at that K2 figure, that's K2 to me. The KX Enforcer is a K2 droid, but it's not our K2. But either way, that figure is beautiful, and that base is incredible. So I'm really excited for that one for sure.
He's just busy going imposter.
I wonder if that vehicle. It could be. It could be. I feel like they're really going in on the Batman. Obviously, we got the Batman figure, the 2-pack with the Bruce Wayne figure as well. So I think they're kind of all in on this franchise. So I think it's possible that's going to be their first vehicle for sure. Another one.
See the wheels on this being like the tumbler, like that rubbery kind of.
I think so too. Yeah, I think it's going to be very similarly engineered.
Yeah.
This one was not surprising at all, guys. But for those of you that don't know, this one did go to waitlist and then restock for a short period of time, and it actually lasted almost a full day when it restocked. But this one is definitely the least surprising. I think this one has been on Sideshow for like 3 years almost now, if not 3 years. Mm-hmm. So the fact that this one is gone is no shocker to me. I'm curious if anyone in the chat picked this guy up, because it's a hefty price tag, especially because when something is low stock, they limit the amount of payments you can make on it. This one was only 2 payments. So not only do you have a deposit of like $115, but then your payments were like $500 something a piece. Yeah. So yeah, ouch. That one hurts. That's one of them you can't make a really like a rash decision on, because that's a lot of money. Yes, you could push it back, but still, that's a lot of money. And I'm curious if any of you guys in the chat grab this one. Personally, this is one I definitely would like for my collection. I just don't have the space, and I didn't want to dedicate that much money to one figure when I could spread that out and get like almost 5 figures for this price. So because of that, I didn't end up grabbing him, unfortunately, but definitely an amazing set for sure. And if you ended up picking him up before he sold out, more power to you guys. This is a great figure. It's just not one that fits in my collection, unfortunately, but definitely really cool. I had the Mark 43, though. I could say that I have the counterpart to the Hulkbuster. I had the Mark 43.
Yeah, I eventually wanted this, and Kevin and I went to the comic store today, and this is actually still sitting in our shop, and we were like, that Thanos is almost gone, the battle damage one, and that Hulkbuster is here. So like, if they are, I still have a little bit more time, but I'm not in like a huge rush for it, especially the Hulkbuster. That
it's a lot.
If it goes, it goes. Yeah. He was like, "Where are you gonna put it?" And I was like, "The floor. I'll find something."
Yeah, you just
but custom shelves are for
cases like this. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be the guardian of the cases.
The wallet buster. Yes, he is. He's the wallet and the space buster. Yeah. I found that answer vague and unconvincing. Okay, dude, yeah. K2S, bro. I've seen Rogue One probably at least 5 times, but watching it in theaters was just very special. And the crowd's reaction to K2 the whole time, like, I had a great experience because everyone was cracking up. And I went with quite a few friends, and when we all walked out, everybody was like, dude, K2 is awesome. He's hilarious. And like, yeah, I love K2, man. Mm-hmm. That's why I didn't originally pick up K2 when he was in stock, so I paid a little bit more on the secondary market for him, and I don't regret it at all. That's a beautiful figure, and it's an amazing character. He's one of the best droids, in my opinion. I still can't put him in front of the OGs, R2 and C-3PO, but K2's the man. I love K2, dude, so yeah. Definitely amazing to be able to see Rogue One in theaters again. I think it might be done now, but I'm sure some places might be dragging it out a little bit, the showing of Rogue One. So if you have a chance to watch it, if it's still out where you are, definitely check it out. It was a lot of fun. And AMC gave us free posters, so that was cool. We got a couple Rogue One, Andor posters, and we got some Top Gun Maverick posters, so I thought that was cool. What else? Oh, so another thing, guys, that kind of happened along with this craziness of the waitlist wars. Oh, why do I always do stuff like that? I literally just put up the same
like
tag.
Flash, and yeah.
I know. That's like the Zoom thing. But guys, I got him. I finally got him, guys. I don't know if a lot of you know this. If you're new to the channel, you may not know, but this is one of like my biggest collecting regrets. Is at the time I was not collecting Marvel stuff, but I was also telling myself like, oh, maybe I should grab them. Maybe I should do it. Maybe this should be my entry into Marvel, or maybe I'll just get this one, which of course that wouldn't have happened. But I sat on this one for a while, and I told myself, I'm just not going to do Marvel. I'm not going to do it. Of course, fast forward 6, 7, 8 months later, whenever it was that I started grabbing Marvel stuff, I regretted it heavily because me and the way that my brain works, I want the exclusive of everything. I don't want to feel like I'm missing out on any accessories. So I missed out on this guy, but the other day they did send out some waitlist conversions for this guy, so I did end up getting him. I'm very, very excited about that.
Congrats, dude.
Yeah, I'm super excited because this is one I really, really regretted. My two biggest regrets of not buying stuff when it was in stock was this guy, or on pre-order, was this guy and the Solo Maul. Now that I got this, it's like the Solo Maul is just an afterthought because this is the one I really wanted. And guys, I'm all hyped up for just one little thing, and it's really not that special to a lot of you, I'm sure. But it's this special edition bonus raw metal diecast helmet. That's the one extra accessory it came with. But I had to have it. Yeah, I had to have it because it's like you're getting an extra die-cast helmet, and that's cool to me, and I had to have it. So I ended up getting them finally, and I'm like in disbelief. I scroll through my account, and I see him on pre-order, and I'm like, I did it. It's kind of like the Ash Williams. I hate to bring him up. I know it's a sore subject, but that was one, too. That luxury set sold out so fast, I was really bummed, and then they put him back up in stock. Or back up for pre-order rather, and I grabbed him right when he went back up for pre-order, and that was the same case with that one. I couldn't believe I got him, so I'm really excited for it. Welcome to the party, pal. Yeah, thanks, dude. I'm really excited. Nate, you know I wanted this one. You know I wanted this one really bad, so I'm glad I got it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Dude. I'm sorry that you didn't get the Andor poster or the Top Gun poster. They had a bunch of them. It's crazy. There was a massive stack, and there was no employees regulating it. So if I wanted to be a jerk, I could just grab the whole stack because they were just sitting there. I was surprised they didn't have an employee sitting there watching it because people were crinkling them up and everything. And thankfully, I picked some off the bottom for me and my girlfriend. But the Mark 1 looks amazing. He's a sucker for the tech detail. Definitely getting this. Yeah, dude, the Mark 1 is a special. I mean, it's the suit that started it all. Iron Man 1 was a great film, and Iron Man 1 was the film that really got my love for the MCU ignited. I loved that film so much, so when I saw that we were getting a full reissue, or excuse me, I guess this would be a 3.0 of this one, with a USB-powered rotary motor and the USB-powered lights and everything, like, I was super, that's why I was saying, like, this one almost got me sucked into Marvel at the time, and it took No Way Home to get me finally fully sucked into Marvel, but this one almost got me. Trust me, I was really, really excited for this one. Definitely a beautiful figure, and one I'm very excited to have on pre-order. And it's not coming out for a minute. I would love for it to come out early because I just want it now. Now that I have it on pre-order, I want it now, but I can wait. I'll be patient. Another one, guys, kind of going along with the same news. Another one that we did see, not even waitlist conversion on this one, actually went back up for pre-order temporarily, was the exclusive special edition Boba Fett with Throne. What you get with this one are a couple hologram pieces. Which I will scroll over to now. It's always quicker to scroll through when you actually have the photos up. But I did. So this one I actually picked up day one when it first went up for pre-order because it's a Boba Fett. You guys know me and Boba Fett. Our boy OG isn't here in the chat, but Nate's here. Nate can feel my pain when it comes to Boba Fett because every time it pops up, I just have to day one it because it's Boba Fett. So this one I had to get day one, especially because it had that timed accessory. Those timed couple of accessories. And those accessories are really special because one of them is the Razor Crest, which, as you guys know, the Razor Crest went boom, boom. It's gone. And the other one's the Slave One, or the Fire Spray, whatever they're calling it now, the Fire Spray. So I had to grab this. But yes, this one went temporarily back up for pre-order. It's now back on waitlist status, but I feel like with these, that's not the first time they've done it with these exclusives from the last Toy Fair. I feel like this is going to continue to happen moving forward. Just because I feel like they kind of cut the allotments off early. And I think it's going to happen for this year's Toy Fair as well, the special edition. So if you guys missed those, definitely hop on that wait list because I feel like you have a high chance of those converting throughout the next year before they come out. So
Boba Fettuccine.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up, Boba Fettuccine?
Just in time.
Yeah, just in time for Boba Fett. What is Boba Fett cooking up today? Yes, the holos. The holos, sometimes they're a hit or miss. Like that Grand Inquisitor holo that comes with the Vader is like pretty lackluster. But these holos are awesome. And that Vader hologram that comes with the Grand Inquisitor is the chef's kiss. I love that hologram. That hologram's amazing. Yes, Boba Fett Starship is the new Disney name, unfortunately. It will always be Slave One to us. If you're an original trilogy fan, it's always going to be Slave One. Cool. How you doing, bro? He says he's not crazy about the figure, but he would regret not getting the throne. Yeah, I mean, that's just such a cool piece, man. For this one, actually, and I want to mention it while we're on it, people are getting their shipping soon notifications from Sideshow for the standard edition without the throne of this repainted Boba Fett.
That's probably coming, but because it's a much bigger, heavier.
Yeah, this one's probably going to be a little bit behind because it's got the large piece and the different packaging and things like that. It's going to be a little bit behind, but as of right now, only emails have gone out for the standard edition without the throne. But it's cool to see that people are starting to get their emails, though, because that means this one may be right around the corner. Who knows?
So this one will definitely be on time then, and not
for sure
from what they had originally.
I think so. All right, so hot topic, guys. Hot topic, and I know a lot of you. I gotta say it. I know a lot of you probably weren't a fan of this character. But I got to say, guys, I got to be honest with you. And we're going to get everybody's thoughts in the chat and on the panel. But this is easily, in my opinion, one of the best Hot Toys sculpts they have done in a while. And I think they're for good reason.
Where was the sculptor at for the Winter Soldier?
Yeah, I mean,
where were they?
Whoever specifically worked on this sculpt, they did an amazing job. This is spot on. I mean, this is one of those head sculpts. I've looked at it quite a bit in these photos, and I can't find any issues. I can't. I think the hair is incredible. The sculpt is incredible. The softness of the eyes, just everything is spot on. I think they knew that, being that this is a controversial character, that not a lot of people were a fan of this character, they knew that they had to knock it out of the park. Because to be honest with you guys, some people might not like this character, but they may now pick up this figure to go with their Vader and their Grand Inquisitor because it looks so good. You'd be surprised what effect a good head sculpt has on some people, and a good figure overall, I should say.
And she comes with a good number of. She also has the light up lightsaber, which is good, and she's got multiple lightsabers, and she's got the broken lightsaber.
Right.
She doesn't have a ton of people.
Even I have to admit, the tease of the fifth brother.
Yeah, and even I have said how, obviously I was not a huge fan of the character in the show, but even I have to look at this figure and go, they did a really fantastic job. It is really weird to me how
exactly, Boba, exactly.
It is really weird to me how two of the backup characters in Obi-Wan seem like they got better sculpts
than Obi-Wan,
than how Obi-Wan turned out, because
they absolutely did.
She's nailed. I mean, about as, at least for the prototype,
as good as you can get, really.
Yeah. But even the Grand Inquisitor looks his facial sculpt looks exactly how he looked in the TV show. So I'm a little bit like with Sean, just like, so the background characters got perhaps but when they come out, we could say like, hey, for Star Wars in 2023, 2024, this is like two of the best overall figures for price, head sculpt, and
absolutely.
If the figures are decently posable, we're just going to go and you can do, lightsaber clashing action poses with these guys, which is what you want to do with these types. Fantastic. Like as good as any of the Jedi or whatever. So it feels weird to me that both of these guys, what are the background characters for Obi-Wan, have gotten such good head sculpts, and overall looks like really good figures. They nailed the costumes and everything too, both of them. While we've seen some other ones languish.
Yeah.
Or not look so good.
With Obi-Wan, part of it is like, they probably are like, we can get it mostly there, and we know it's Obi-Wan, so he's going to sell. I hate to say that that's how they operate, and I doubt it. That's probably just being skeptical. But
I mean, but you wouldn't be wrong, though.
But yeah, like, the thing is like, with this one, it's like, it's so puzzling to me, because it's like you said, like Sean said, like, where is the guy that worked on this sculpt, or the lady that worked on this sculpt, when we got the Obi-Wan figures and stuff like that, or the Obi-Wan head sculpt and other sculpts. So it's like, I don't know, man. This sculpt is wonderful. Like, they did such a good job on it. And I said this in my Copper Flop when I was talking about the Grand Inquisitor, and I briefly talked about her, and I was saying, like, the sculpt looked amazing, even from that tiny little preview that we got of her. And I'm glad that after seeing these prototype photos, that it's as good as I thought it was. Like, it looks amazing. Like, they did a really good job. And I will say, I didn't expect this cloak to come with her. This cloak looks really, really nice too.
Yeah.
Like it almost looks like the Tuscan Boba, like his material, the hobo Boba. It almost looks like that same type of material, and that material is very nice.
So I do think we're gonna be. She's a price point $260. I will say, so I think that obviously, it's hard for me to say that I want. Whenever I look at a really good figure, it's hard for me to say I won't get it. Taskmaster. I bought Taskmaster. Was in love with that figure. Did I absolutely love the character? No, but I still ended up buying it. So,
Right.
For as much as people have heard me bitch about how the Inquisitors were either stupid, yelling at each other, doing nothing,
Obi-Wan.
yeah. Just for how overall they were presented and stuff in the show. Fortunately, they didn't have my girl like Sarah Michelle Gellar show up as the seventh sister or the ninth sister who actually does stuff before they die horribly.
Right.
Mostly at Darth Maul's hands. If you're gonna go out, you might as well get taken out by the best, right? But I like her uniform and costume. I wonder with the material on her, her upper armor / chest.
Yeah.
I guess it looks like it's fat or some form of
it doesn't. It doesn't look like pleather to me. I gotta be honest.
I think it's fabric. So
yeah, it looks like a sturdier fabric to me.
That's the one concern I had with the Grand Inquisitor for chest movement, like you're trying to adjust it and stuff, merely for posing, because he's got that solid plate armor, which didn't help him for shit against a lightsaber. So she might now. The one thing might be even if you look at kind of the wrinkling and stuff there, if you do move her chest and everything, it makes me wonder, could there possibly be, plus it's I guess the belt here, but that's one of the things they show a highlight of, if that's like just however it's stuck on the body there, if you're trying to adjust if you try to adjust her upper body, could this run into some issues like some Spider-Man's can where you can have bunching up or stuff like that?
It's very possible.
But this is way jumping ahead here a little bit with this.
But I see what you mean.
And there's the Purge Trooper. Man,
I want to touch on a couple of the comments with the face, and then we'll get everybody else's thoughts. But so Clone Trooper is saying Reva needs an angry face. She looks like a calm Jedi here. I really think it depends on the pose, because I want to go back to this photo here. In this photo here, she looks like sinister to me because that Reva's character, that she had that look on her face, like she was always
like that
up
resting face,
right. So to me, she kind of looks sinister in a way. But the thing is could this sculpt also be used for a light side Reva custom? It absolutely could. I do want to touch on Kaiju Daddy's comment here because I do agree with him. He said Hot Toys needs to start offering an extra head with these releases like they used to. I totally agree. I think it's nice when we have figures where they could do the swap out mouth plates, because that allows them to keep the cost down but give us more options for display. Obviously with this one they couldn't really give us that because it's a head sculpt with no mask or anything like that, but I totally agree. I think it would be nice if we got at least swap out face plates more often, but it would just be a thing that they have to work on the engineering for sculpts like this. I don't know how they would even do that. Maybe make it separable from the hair piece, but then you get a seam line, so it's hard to say how they would do that. Also, but I do agree. Yeah, more head sculpts would always be better because it gives you more options.
Think about how much we've hated on when these faces have more expression to, whether it's an open mouth, they're smiling, and wrinkles in the face. All that can change a person's face, in sculpt version drastically, to the point where we can say, hey, it doesn't look like that person anymore. Whereas this, something that's like Reston, she actually look like this a majority of the show, to me at least, when she was searching, hunting, looking around.
This cloak looks really nice, man. It looks like it's got some good wiring inside of it. And I saw someone say this, I think it was in my Discord group, they were saying that they're going to put this cloak on Captain Rex, and that actually might work, honestly. That might look really cool.
But I got another opinion for the cloak, though.
Go ahead, Sean. And then
Costco Reeves. Costco Reeves.
Oh, yeah, that could work, too.
Yeah.
It's a very versatile piece for sure.
Because you remember in the beginning of the episode where he meets up with Bo-Katan, Costco Reeves, and Axe Wolves, and Costco Reeves is out there on the port with the cloak over her armor.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, that would be perfect for that.
Yeah, it could work.
Looks
Is it wired?
wired.
Yes, it appears to be
Yeah.
wired just based on this like drastic curve that you have in the side here. I would say that it's probably wired.
Yeah.
But Sean, kind of give us your thoughts on this figure. I know you're not like huge on the character, but what do you think of the execution of the figure and the head sculpt and everything as a whole?
So the head sculpt is good. It's off a little bit.
You think so?
I do. For some reason, it looks like her eye area is a little bit Asian style for the eyes. Yeah, if you just move up.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it
like
look-
that squint look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
let me see
mean,
I
if
get
they're
a
going to do
better-
the squint look, they need to do the muscles and the rest of the facial features to make it match. And right now, it's not matching. I mean,
Yeah.
outside of that, and the bridge of her upper nose is a little bit off. I think they did a good job on the head sculpt. From what it looks like, it's not double jointed elbows, so that's freaking annoying. It looks like she only has a single joint.
Isn't that most women bodies anyway?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are there
Like
any
for the
photos
female?
where she's got like a full 90? I mean, that's
See
kinda
what I mean?
stopping
Like
at
right
90.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we don't know like for sure.
I don't see. Here's
Oh,
the thing.
that one before looked
Here's what
like
I
it got
will say though.
past.
The single jointed arms, you could typically see a more visible joint in the arm, so I don't know if these are single jointed. It kind of honestly, it looks like double jointed to me, but I do see
Yeah,
what you're
especially
saying. Like,
that
right
photo
there.
there.
Yeah, it's there's no way that's single jointed.
No, I guess we'll find out. I mean, the thing
I hope
is,
not. I hope
it
not.
looks like it because usually when it's double jointed, they'll give us some little option, like look.
Let me see if I could find any like poses where she's. Well, I guess they didn't really do too many. I mean, it's kind of, but you can't really tell there. I don't know. I would venture to say it's probably double jointed, but I'm not saying you're wrong. I honestly don't know, but I'm just going off of the few signs that. But yeah, there's nothing crazy in terms of the posing on the arm, so we can't really tell.
Let me see
But
that bigger one.
if I did get her, I would get it, put a dynamic stand with her, and have her lift it up in the air and have Vader choking
Hot
her.
Toys Photoshop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
Man,
that would be an awesome like part right there.
yeah, very good point. And same one that it's probably going to be similar articulation to Moff Gideon. I think you're probably right. These talking about holograms. These holograms are pretty cool.
yeah.
I think they have a bit better detail than, again, the Grand Inquisitor one that comes with the Vader. I hope they redo that hologram because that one just seems like kind of a rush job in my opinion. And maybe they just did it to get the photos up, but these boots appear to be sculpted, which is nice. Or maybe maybe not sculpted, but maybe like a cloth. I can't really tell. It's either sculpted or it's like a cloth like piece that goes over the boot. But they don't appear to be pleather, which is good. The less pleather, the better.
Is Justin gonna get his wish? Is this finally split cut for Star Wars?
I know, right? It could be. It very well could be.
Has anyone ever actually asked why all these holograms have been getting pushed for the last 2 years?
Probably because they're easy to make, honestly. That's probably
Yeah.
just like the sand base. It was easy for them to just keep pumping out the same thing over and over again. So the holograms, they just make the mold and they just pump out a bunch of them. They don't have to paint them because they're just like a clear, translucent blue plastic. So it's probably just because it's easy for them. It's just an easy thing for them to do.
Right, but
And
a
they're
mold
cheap.
is expensive.
I don't know. They must have the process down to where it doesn't cost them enough because they like throwing these in with basically everything. It's
Hey,
like
the fourth-
hologram city now.
The fourth lightsaber there, is that like what the USB kind of thing is gonna look like?
It appears to be, yeah, right here. It appears to be the
Yeah.
cable. The cable looks like it's just like bunched up right now, but that's the plug right there. Yeah, she comes with a lot of stuff for $260 in my opinion. I don't know why they're coming in so fair with the pricing all of a sudden because these figures are $285 figures based on what we've seen recently. These are $285 releases. This
Maybe
and the
because she
Grand
wasn't
Inquisitor.
that popular to some people.
I don't know, but I feel like a lot of people, and we might as well pull it up now. I feel like a lot of people.
Or I hate to sound sexist, but female.
I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. I think a lot of people probably maybe just wanted maybe they wanted to sell this Kenobi line. Maybe they wanted to kind of even out the pricing a little bit, because obviously Kenobi's $295.
Yeah.
Vader starts at $295, goes up to what, $335.
Yeah. Something like
Maybe they wanted to sell the background characters a bit more, so they lowered the prices. Who knows? Or maybe it could be that their likeness was cheaper to get, because these are like not super well known actors and actresses playing these characters.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to touch on this guy again while we're talking about Reva.
Dude, I think the hair on her though looks great, like that hairline and going into her actual hair. It's
surprisingly, they did a really good job on the hairline, because typically it's like hit or miss on the hair for a lot of these characters. So I'm glad to see that they got that down.
I am kind of curious too if Disney is starting off with saying, if you want to make stuff from our movies, you have to give us a specific number.
Oh, I'm sure.
So it could possibly be like, okay, we want you to do 10 figures from this now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I feel like there's probably even more Kenobi stuff coming. So Oilers was actually commenting on what we were talking about the holograms. He said he can confirm that the molds for tiny cast acrylic holograms are cheap as hell. He can make about 20 molds by himself that size in a couple of hours for less than $5. So I would trust Oilers on that, because that's kind of his thing. That's good to know. I thought it would probably be inexpensive for them to do, especially because most of them are not highly detailed. Obviously, like the Vader one, for example, that comes with this guy, is definitely a bit more detailed. But yeah, most of them, it's just kind of like it's a silhouette of the person, but it's not quite there. Some of the goated holograms are like the ones that came with Obi-Wan, with the Obi-Wan Deluxe, how they have like the painted face and everything, and you can actually see the details on Hayden's and the Emperor's face. Those holograms are awesome. And plus, the Leia holograms that came with R2.
Plus, these characters so far, I mean, we were struggling, if you remember, talking about like what else could come with. It might have been the Grand. It was somebody where we were trying to figure out the hologram. What else could have come with?
Special edition stuff.
Yeah, and we couldn't think of anything. So, and even with Reva, it's not like she was dealing with a lot. It was her lightsaber and anger, and that's about it.
But you guys can see what I mean about the hologram here. Like, this one's so much better, and it could be the angle or the lighting that they have it in, but it just looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some comments about the USB power. Insane says the USB looks to be the way of the future for Hot Toys. Yes, so
good.
Yeah, we've mentioned this a couple times across the panel that we think that they are kind of being spotty with the USB stuff, but it seems like all of the new announcements are getting the USB powered stuff. Obviously, for the stuff that's long been on pre-order, they didn't have the chance to go through and re-engineer everything to take USB power, so some of that stuff isn't going to get it. Cable, for example, his eye is not USB powered. It has like that little light bulb on the inside, so not surprised by that, but I'm glad to see that they are continuing forward with it. Let's see, where's the other comment about USB power? Boba says he thinks that they're going forward with the USB because of shipping issues with batteries. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That was kind of the trigger for the whole USB thing, is they realized that a good portion of their customer base was getting cut off, and obviously they had a good relationship with pop culture because they ship a lot of Hot Toys figures. So I'm not surprised that they move forward with it. It is the best way to go, because not only is it going to help out our friends in Australia because of the battery situation, but it's something that we've been wanting for a while. Those little tiny button cell batteries are crap. They don't last very long, and it's just not worth it to even use them, in my opinion.
And I'm sure Hot Toys is now saving money on batteries.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they can throw away that stockpile of batteries or resell them to someone else.
And include holograms.
Yeah, more holograms that don't light up.
Hot Two Daddies, right?
You could probably put a light up in that.
Oh, look who it is. In fashion. We got to bring up everybody at the same time. For
What's up?
What's up, bro? How you doing? We're talking about Inquisitors right now. That's what we're
Hell
talking
yeah,
about.
homie. That's what I'm talking about.
Delicious.
I need those glasses.
What's up, man? What's up, Nightmare? Collector Madness, I don't think we met, man. What's up? How you doing?
No, what's going on?
What's going on?
Good.
This is my boy Chris. He lives in Maryland as well.
For
he
real?
lives a little over an hour away from me. So yeah, he's another Maryland boy.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
When I come down there, we all party down.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, V's coming down to Maryland because I met a mutual friend, and he's going to end up coming down. I might meet V before a lot of the people he's been talking to for a while on this thing do.
It's true.
They're gonna be jealous of me, but awesome to have you, V. If you guys don't know V, I'm sure you do if you watch Geeking Out. V is always on Geeking Out. He's kind of the star of the show there most of the time. But V also has his own channel now.
Yeah, with those glasses.
Cult of V. Yeah, with the glasses especially. V's always got something. He's always got some sort of effect that he comes in with.
Yeah, you know it, man.
Don says Hail V. Yes, Hail V.
Zoltan.
But I kind of want to go back to Reva now that V's here, because I want to get your thoughts on this Reva. Talk to us, V. What do you think of Reva? Actually, let me pull this tab back up here. Duh. V, what do you think of this Reva? Are you as blown away by the sculpt as I am?
Well, actually, what actually gets me like that, the first thing that pops out for me, I'm like, they got her coloring, her skin color on. So she's actually a little bit darker, because I was pulling it up next to like 1-to-1. Like it could be like, hey, it's a promo pics or whatever and all that stuff. But I was like looking at like the footage from Obi-Wan. I'm like, man, she doesn't look like she looks like she has a little bit darker skin tone, but it also could be the color grade of that one.
Let me pull up a photo here of her. So
yeah, bring it to scale. Let's see it, because I was looking at it.
I thought the same thing, but then I was like, this just looks like her though at the same time.
No, yeah, but I can say it because I'm brown though.
Yeah, that's why we brought V in. That's why I brought V in.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, we got.
So I think you're right. I think it does depend on lighting, but I think in this photo, like, it is kind of close to what they have with these prototype photos, but
for sure.
Let me see if I can pull up one that's like closer to what you're saying. I love how none of these websites actually. Okay, so this one here would kind of reflect kind of what you're saying.
Like when she's in the base or something like that, like her
it's
Empire base. It's completely different.
This one right here, you'll see much different complexion here in this photo. I never noticed that, honestly. I was just so hyped about the accuracy of the likeness on the head sculpt. I didn't notice that. But
yeah,
I guess it really depends on the lighting for sure.
Yeah, because so in the Tatooine, so what they're doing to get that lighter skin tone is like they're actually reflecting like a mirror or like a light base to shine underneath her face, so there's not a huge overcast of a shadow, so you can actually see her face on camera.
Right.
So this is like more kind of like overhead lighting. This is like, you're in an office space, so this is what you'd like if you actually met her, you'd probably see she'd have this kind of
actually looks like.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull up this photo too, because this is her, not in her Reva get up, so you can kind of see how accurate it really is, right here. So I think you are right on that. I actually did not notice that, but I think you're right. I think this is actually a bit off on the complexion, but I will say I'm just happy with the actual likeness. What do you think about the actual likeness? Are you a fan of the sculpt overall, despite the issues with the complexion?
No, yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I honestly, like, I love that they did her hair, like the way they did her hair and everything. Like they actually made it like in that fashion, because you don't get funky hairs with Hot Toys. Like usually they always like they kind of skip. They're like, oh yeah, it's either Thor or nothing.
Yeah, that's true. And it's like, I'm glad to see. I don't know if you've noticed this personally, but with Hot Toys, especially with like with this style of a hairdo, it's never like close to the skin. It almost looks like too big. You know what I mean? Like they could have brought it in a little more. And I'm just surprised how like tight the braids look on the side, and the head shape is good, man. Like,
that's another level, man. That's like such another level like of Hot Toys, because it's always a cap. Like if you like look at Luke Skywalker, like the pilot, you can pop his like wig off. And there's like that little separation, but with her, they freaking nailed it with those cornrows, man. Those cornrows of braids. It's freaking awesome. I'm surprised they got it so well.
Yeah, because
I noticed too on the like in the side by side photo where you had the comparison of her without the get up going. It does, that braid kind of goes down the back of her. Did they show that here on the figure? Like, you think that'll affect articulation like Qui-Gon?
Right here. Yeah. Let's hold on one second. I think in the final photo there's a picture of her like turned around. Let me see. So because they're showing off the cape and stuff.
Yeah, you think that might get in the way?
Not the booty.
So I think what it really will is like the head motion of like the tilting, like the head and down.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be crazy, and I think the only thing we really can be concerned about is the bleed effect of the black onto the skin.
Yeah.
But because there's like a neck guard there, it might alleviate that.
Yeah, for sure. I will say this, Chris. I feel like lately with most releases, they've kind of used a softer plastic on the hair. I think the Qui-Gon situation has kind of been nullified at this point. Because the Qui-Gon, if you guys don't know the Qui-Gon, here's Qui-Gon's head movement. That's his head movement. Because the hair is legitimately like stuck. It's like
Pretty
stuck
accurate.
in place. It's not good. The figure's awesome, but that when I first opened it, I'm like, really? This is what you went with, Hot Toys? I don't think that's going to be the case with this one. It's very hard to make that call here, but it almost does look like a slightly different plastic because you can kind of see this is a bit shiny compared to this where it's like more of a matte paint. I don't know if that's because they use like a more flimsy plastic to allow it to be posed. I'm not sure. But I wish we would have had more shots of that ponytail because you're right. Like that's really all we see from it. I don't think we could see it in any of the other photos. I think they're really trying to sell that head sculpt because obviously that's what's going to sell this figure. It's not the character because a lot of people are like hit or miss on the character. It's that head sculpt.
I mean,
Riley, what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
It's good to see you, man.
Yeah,
no, man,
sure.
I know the hate is for real on her, but like just to have all the bad guys, like have a having Star Wars bad guys is like a different level. Like that's why like I don't understand why people are sleeping on Moff Gideon. You know, like he's great, like to have in your lineup. Like he's like I mean, I feel like he's like a new Tarkin 2.0 in my eyes.
He very well could be. A lot of people are sleeping on that figure, and a lot of people had different things to say about the Giancarlo Esposito likeness, but I'm telling you, I think it's really, really good. I have that figure, and I was blown away when I opened it because I honestly was like very skeptical because a lot of people were, and I was like, oh, maybe it's not as good as I think it is, but I was pleasantly surprised when I opened it. And I'm like, yeah, this is as good as I thought it would be.
Yeah. As soon as season 3 is up for Mando, all this stuff that's in stock right now is going to start to sell out.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, look at the purge that's happening on Sideshow. What the hell?
Yeah, so it kind of, I guess let's get your thoughts on that because we kind of already went over that, but I'm curious what you think. I don't know if you saw this, but there's more figures on there now. Both Thanos, well, 2 out of the 3 Thanoses are now on there. The Battle Damage Endgame Thanos and the Infinity War Thanos are now on Last Chance. And so is the Anti-Ox Spider-Man is finally on there as well.
Oh wow! Huh. All right.
Yeah,
well,
so
I mean
it's
that
like
one.
Every few hours, something new pops up on there. So, kind of give us your thoughts on that, since we didn't hear your opinion on that earlier. And while you're doing that, I'll pull the page back up because I am curious if anything has changed since we've gone off of it.
Yeah, this is insane. I'm just checking them out right now. Wow, the Battle Damage Thanos. That's the granddaddy of them all, man.
That one is surprising, and I actually have that figure, and I was very, very impressed by it. I think the Battle Damage is very convincing in person.
Just tempt me even more, why don't you?
That's the only Thanos you kind of really need. It has the face sculpts that you want. It's good.
It goes.
What just happened?
Ooh, Last Chance.
I do this every time. There we go.
I still need to get on that for Big Daddy Thanos, but I'm like, it's so much money to put down.
Dude, it is because it's a pricey figure. Oh, is the promotion over on this Thanos? Because earlier it said the 30.
It said 30% off.
Yeah,
using
did that
code
end?
like August 30 or something.
Did that end already?
It's September now. That was for August.
Maybe it was just hanging on by a thread. And they're like, all right, let's cut this coupon off. That sucks, guys. So
has to be because today's
now was
the
your
first.
chance. Yeah. Now was your chance to grab it, guys. But
it expired yesterday.
Right.
Noon.
Usually they forget to take the coupons off, and you can kind of use them after the expired point because they say it expires then, but they don't actually take it out of the system. So maybe that's what happened.
So what?
Bantha Boy's saying it's still there. Let's see. Let's click on them. Oh yeah, no, they just okay. So it's displaying differently. So it is still there. Free shipping and 30% off. That's a steal, man.
Dude, it's gonna be out if you don't get it. Like if you that's gonna. It says for August, so by tomorrow it's gone.
Oh yeah. So if you're on the fence about this, like I was saying earlier, guys, with the discount that you're getting, you're basically getting them for what you would pay on the secondary market. Why not get them new in box so you're the first one to own it for the same price? Seems like a no-brainer. I own this figure and he's amazing. And this is the only one. I'm sorry, dude. This is the only one that actually comes with an arm that is pre-posed, which is awesome because the skin is a little weird on it. It's kind of like flimsy. and I personally wouldn't leave it in a pose like that because I'd be worried that something would happen to it. But the fact that he comes with a pre-posed arm that you can swap out to kind of have him with that Infinity Gauntlet pose like he's about to do some damage is really, really cool. It's a great figure. I highly recommend this figure. I think it's truly only sitting because there are 3 Thanoses currently on the website. And obviously, most people are probably buying into the battle damage Thanos right now because that's the new hotness for Thanos. But
I like the Infinity War better than the battle damage.
We had it. And
You
Kevin
do?
sold it.
As much as I love it, I'm kind of with V, dude. As much as I love the Infinity War one, that battle damage one is just like I'm gonna pull it up while we're talking.
Honestly, if I was gonna get one, I would get the Guardians of the Galaxy one. I like him in the original one.
Oh, in the seat. No, for Lane. Like honestly, I want to get him so I can sit him with the other people that have seats, like the Mandarin. Like just have him like a throne room of people of just like him with Black Panther and his thrones. Like,
there was one up on
Thanos. Twos.
There was one of Thanos on for Guardians that was up for like $215 the other day, $215.
Yeah, I saw that. The code no longer works apparently, guys. So sorry for the false information 3 times.
Well,
doesn't matter how we got there. It just
does say August 31st. So.
Boba said he's not very trusting of Sideshow right now. Too many weird I wouldn't say that, dude. I mean, I respect your opinion.
If you're talking about Toy talking about Toy Blunderland, then yeah, the guys who've cornered the market on Toys Blunderland, who has cornered the shady part of the street.
Now he's saying it's still good. Bantha Boy, just stop, bro. You're making us look.
He just like
we're gonna wait 20 minutes.
Right,
exactly. The boy who cried rough.
Someone buy it and let us know if the code worked, and then we'll confirm it with everybody in the chat.
With no promise of recompensation.
Exactly. We're not going to give you a refund, but just buy it just to test it. Someone has.
This was all a scam.
I think people. The one thing people are sleeping on is the Marty McFly. Like that one.
Dude. Oh, so I'm glad
people
you
don't understand. Yeah, people don't realize like anything that's not like in the Disney universe, like an off brand, like you really need to get on those because it takes forever for a re-release for that to happen. It takes forever for them to do this. Like I honestly thought they were never going to do another Marty McFly. So for them to do this, and it's still like they don't like it. I think it's sold well enough because they didn't discount it ever on Sideshow. Like they never went free shipping, never $5.
They had the coupons that were applied to everything in stock, but there was never an individual coupon for this guy.
Right.
Yeah. And I wanted to point this out to you. This actually just popped up today. They have a banner now saying that there's only a few figures left. Of course, those could be buzzwords. We don't know if that's actually true, but I don't know if they're just trying to move it because they're close to selling out and they're like, cool, let's just let everybody know that these are about to sell out. But I mean, this one has been on here basically all week on this this last chance page, and we've seen other ones drop off like the Hulkbuster and the Peacemaker and the Bat Cycle. So I'm surprised this one hasn't fallen off yet. And like you said, this is kind of like a diamond in the rough because it's not often that Hot Toys does stuff outside of the normal like Marvel, DC, Star Wars. You know, it's like we're getting RoboCop and we've got Marty and Doc on multiple Marty and Doc figures on pre-order right now. So it's like, I don't think everybody realizes how special this is. And then being that the DeLorean is coming out eventually, this is going to be a companion piece for a lot of people that don't have that original like Grail Marty that everybody wants.
Yep.
So this is a really special figure. I wanted to ask you, V, and we kind of went through this question with the rest of the panel. Are you or have you picked up any of these figures that have made it to this list? And another question after that would be, what do you see coming to this list soon? Like what figures are you like, that one's probably due, or ones that may surprise us? Like for me earlier, I said King Shark. I'm like, dude, now that the Peacemaker's gone, I could see King Shark making it to this list soon because that one probably didn't have crazy pre-orders either. So kind of want to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, for sure. So I didn't FOMO buy anything because like the only one I wanted was the Marty McFly. I think the Punisher War Machine I was gonna get, but like I can't. I mean, it's just too much for something that just doesn't fit in my collection at the moment. Yeah. Like I love Marvel and I love that stuff, but it's just like I don't have an Endgame line or a full Iron Man line. Like I have like the original 7, like original 7, and I think that's for me that's good enough. Like I'll upgrade them to the next diecast. But to have like all the Iron Man suits, just like a little bit too much and overwhelming to keep up with. And keep that going.
You just see that saying that because you got a 2.0, and then there's a armor up version.
Yeah,
and then there's gonna be
Iron Man after Iron Man.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's just like,
I mean, we literally got barely a power post one now for $365 as a Mark 7.
Exactly. That's so much money
but
what?
That doesn't open up. You can. If you don't have it fee like the original Mark 7, you can close it up and just look at it go.
Look at
wow,
this.
I have the Mark 7 there. Doesn't it look really cool without moving? It's like,
it's
oh,
kind of
can you move it? You're like, no. It's you just got to make sure someone comes over. Here's my golden Mark 7. And they'll be like, oh, what can you do with it? And you're like, no. Don't touch it. You just look at it and take it in.
Don't blink at it.
Yeah, just look at it and take it all in. We don't touch it.
Yeah. In fact, just stop looking at it right now. You've looked at it way too long.
You're out of here.
Yeah.
I told you once. I won't tell you twice.
We just look at it. We don't touch it. We don't try and move it. We just look at it. It's like, but it's supposed to be moved. Yeah, but no. Mark 7 is own. Just Mark 3. We can go look at that one and we can bend the arms. Let's go fool with that.
Isn't that crazy?
Mark
how
7,
many
we don't touch. It is the holy
crazy
sepulcher.
Iron Mans we have on pre-order right now. We got the Mark 3 diecast. Mark 46 will come eventually, whenever that is. A Mark 7, which is not really the Mark 7, but it is the Mark 7.
Yeah, but we also got the Mark 5 armor
Mark
up.
5,
You've got the
Mark
Silver
1.
Centurion.
Mark 1, yeah. Which
come on,
you missed it. I was celebrating. I finally got my Mark 1, which is why you're going to be getting your Arena Boba Fett soon.
Yeah, actually, I missed that. I missed that. I'm still waiting for my Mark 1 to turn over so I can get the full diecast.
You didn't get an email?
No, not yet.
Dude, I was so late on that too. Like I was like, I'm not getting a waitlist conversion because I jumped on that waitlist like 3 months ago.
I'm just waiting for my Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan Kenobi to waitlist.
Jesus.
Dude.
Yeah, I think everybody is on that. I can't believe they still have that on there.
I am.
Yeah.
Hey, I got 2. I'll take a 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but they I mean, what else? The Silver Centurion, which that's what I want to ask you, you guys who have been collecting longer than me. Why the hell is that one $485?
That Silver Centurion was a flex. I don't know if you remember. So what happened is that another third party did. Yeah. So they did they did something very similar to the Mark III, right? And it was and so Howard was like, all right, bet, let's see what we can do. So they put out the Silver Centurion for I think this is $10 less than what the third party did.
$485. Holy.
Let me see if I can find it, and I'll put it in the private chat.
Yeah,
but see, the Silver Centurion also has diecast parts.
It does, yeah.
But it's still $485.
Well,
there's no denying though it does look awesome. I will say that.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Not completely denying anything with that. But this one's $485.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't even have like you open it up and take Tony Stark in it like the Mark V.
It's a stinker for sure.
I know. It's one I considered originally I might get because I actually want to get an armor up one to kind of complete my thing. But this one I originally was thinking, well, it's still kind of its own figure though, instead of having, like the Tony Stark outside of it, or you can pose
come
it
with
and
a lot
stuff.
either.
Yeah, but I just don't understand why this one. You know how we talked about like before the price pointing for like the Mysterio Iron Man. We were like, this is really cool. But it's plastic, and why is it $420? That's more expensive than some other Iron Mans, as well as it's like $20-something bucks less than buying the Mark 85, which is a full diecast one. And people had some questions about the pricing for it. Now that one might be with the diorama and other stuff, but does this one have like, I don't know, not a gantry, but what I mean, like maybe there's a platform for the base that it's standing on or something like that, or something.
Not really.
So
that's what I mean. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
So this is the third party, RD Studios 1/6 Iron Man Mark III open up armor. So this was the exact same model they were going after.
Right.
That Hot Toys, because when this came out, everyone was like, "Holy shit, this is real good, man! This is like some like top tier stuff." Right. And like for $1,000, they're like, you know what? They're giving Hot Toys a run for their money, and so I feel the Silver Centurion was like, we can do this too.
Yeah, they're like, what was
can
that?
play this game.
And then like, this is what we got.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
This is it's a weird
The RD
thing.
Studio is not diecast though.
Yeah,
Too.
I mean that's true.
I mean
But
that's a significant.
That kind of goes along with the what V is saying. Like it's kind of like an all around flex. They're like, we can do it too, but we could do it better all around.
So this is not one they're expecting.
And we have
tons and tons of sales on.
RDJ's face.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it looks cool. It just felt like a really weird price point. Like if this was, I don't know. I mean, okay, 435, 440, or 425. Powered? I think so.
It is.
It should be. Yeah, I was about to say it should be.
You would hope with all those lights and stuff in it, because this one has a lot of. If you want light up feature, this one's got a ton of it. If you want light up feature, this one is great for that. I mean, just look. I mean, this is where it's cool. If you, that's maybe the only problem with this one. It's kind of like it's not exactly the same thing, but it's if you don't have like the Miles 2020 suit lit up with like the chest and the eyes and everything, it doesn't look nearly as good. I have a feeling this one, unless it's lit up with all the lighting, because that's what makes it. Because it's different than the Mark V with what it's coming together now around Tony and like coming in the solid suit. If it's not lit up, I don't think it's going to look nearly as good.
Yeah, I kind of want to pull this one up because it's like a segue, and we haven't talked about it yet.
Yeah, the one we were talking about.
But the Silver Centurion 2 is posable. You can move its legs, you can move its arms.
Right. Oh, yeah, it's a figure. I mean, you can put it into a flight pose or whatever.
So this one is much cheaper, but at the cost of things that this one doesn't have that the Silver Centurion does have. Let me see. So this one is fully USB powered, which is to be expected considering they're kind of moving forward with all that. But I don't know. This is really cool. I got to be honest with you. It's really cool. But like Lane was saying, like 365 is pretty steep for basically a static suit of armor.
Yeah. It does make the Silver Centurion as part of the armor up, this armor up line or subline or whatever this is being. Right. One thing we can say, they're all different. You know, each of the armor up line is very different for how the configure is constructed and whatever. So
that'd be funny, Andrew.
Yeah, that would be very cool. But you know, that's one thing we can say about it. It's very different each one, so it's not like you feel like you're getting the same thing over and over if you're kind of invested in the. I've got a bunch of Iron Mans, but man, it'd be cool to have where you feels like you're getting one where they go into it or Tony Stark we get. Unfortunately, you're also a little bit limited since you get Nano Suit eventually too, but that's a little ways down the road.
Yeah, so good point from Don. He said this is actually listed as a diorama piece, not a movie masterpiece series. So, that's what you're paying for. You're paying for a diorama piece. I thought it was funny, too. They're like, yeah, this awesome Mark 7 open armor version goes great with this figure that you can't buy anymore. Like, oh, cool. Thanks, Hot Toys. I appreciate that. Yeah, it looks really awesome. Now you have me really excited because I don't have that figure, so I'm really excited for that, Hot Toys. I appreciate
all the
that.
time like that.
I know. They're like, yeah, look at this cool Tony Stark you can pose with. Totally awesome, man. I really, really love how that looks as a companion piece.
Oh, you mean like showing that Bespin Leia and then showing us the backside look?
Right.
Bespin hand or. You know, that guy coming in 2025 who's looking cool against a battle droid.
All right. We're not going to get sidetracked. Mace Windu's coming out very soon. Just stick to it, guys.
All right. This is
even subtle ones where they show, like, in the new Scout box, like, 2 of them on the bikes, and it's like, you should have bought 2.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm surprised they gave the to Workshop Tony, too. Because from Iron Man, it's Iron Man 3 Tony.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know, man. It's definitely some interesting decisions with this one.
Yeah, this is a. I mean, I don't know. I got to see it before I buy it because I'm like, how are those LEDs? What's the look? How what's the setup? Is it all batteries?
I was just gonna say Reva crushes this. I think as a release being for pre-order because I think she looks as much as I didn't care for the character so much of the show. I think she's way better value. And a way better figure or whatever.
Yeah, it is definitely. I mean, obviously, they're 2 different releases, so it's hard for me to. But I love the Mark 7. As you guys know, the Mark 7 is my favorite suit. But I don't know. This one I'm very hesitant on just because I'm like, do I want to spend that amount of money on something that basically does nothing? I don't have the Hall of Armors. I never will have the Hall of Armors. I don't have room for it. So it's like, that's what this is suited for. I'm obviously in a lot of these promotional photos, they're showing it with the Hall of Armors in the background. So it's like, do I really need this? Probably not. definitely one I'm sitting on for right now. I'm like definitely not super interested in it, but it is the Mark 7, so
it's like the illusion.
It's like the what?
I was gonna say it's like the illusion Iron Man, right? From Mysterio's illusion Iron Man. Like I'd love it, but I also don't want to spend that money on it.
Yeah, I really want that one. Like that one is like some like top tier engineering from Hot Toys because there's so many little delicate parts and stuff, and I love that he comes in half so you can have him coming out of the ground. Like,
yeah,
that one's a tough one for me. But I agree, I wouldn't pay $420 for him. I want to wait till we get some deals and stuff going.
Another one we're talking about is going to end up in the it's still going to end up probably in the $5 shipping, 10% off or 20% off.
Yeah, for sure. V, back to my question.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what you would think in terms of what figures do you see hitting that last chance page sooner than later?
All right, I'll give you two because I feel like these two would actually be a surprise for everybody and people will try to jump on it. I'm going to say the Iron Patriot and Endgame Hulk.
Oh, we did not even bring up either one of those. Let's pull up Iron Patriot because Iron Patriot's been quite a well-respected figure for a while, but it's that price tag that has been making it sit for a while.
Yeah.
But this is a really nice figure. I think for me, the biggest thing was the price point because I'm like, it is really cool. But it's like, I'm looking at this versus like the Iron Man 2 War Machine. And I'm like, I'd rather stick my funds with that one because that one's cheaper and it's a more iconic suit for me.
Yeah.
But this one has been sitting for quite a while. So I think you make a good point. None of us even had our minds on the Endgame stuff. I'm talking about King Shark. What else do we talk about, Chris? What was yours?
Not gonna lie, I don't remember, man.
Wow.
Was it Harley Quinn?
Really good answer, dude. No Harley Quinn.
I so love this figure. Like, it is so incredible to me. It is still one of my favorite Hot Toys, even if it is super annoying to pose.
Hey, he took a beating when your cat knocked him over, so he's a real one.
Yeah. Well, he's a great piece. The amount of it. Would you guys agree that this might be one of the few figures that almost feels like maybe it comes with an overwhelming amount of accessories to it? Maybe
that's what she said.
There can never be too many accessories, and that Don Cheadle head sculpt is pretty.
It looks great, dude. It
looks. It always feels. It looks always a little tiny though.
I mean, it's supposed to be.
It's a big body. Yeah, he's in a big suit.
I know. I mean, even when you saw him in the movie, he was massive.
Dude, it's.
I mean, at least it looks better than Mark Ruffalo in that freaking 2.0 Hulkbuster.
You guys are so screwed now.
I was like,
oh, was it Bucky we talked about?
Bucky. Oh, Bucky. Yeah. We talked about the show Bucky. Feeling like that was going to sooner than later.
Yeah, isn't this crazy? Just think about it. We were just talking about the Silver Centurion. I know it's an armor up thingy, but that thing is actually more expensive by almost $16 than this.
Yeah. It's.
I mean, now this one's been out and it's older, so it was announced a while ago. But still, like, you look at all this stuff that comes with it, and you're just like, well, let's see. I've got $500 I could spend on an Iron Man figure.
Yeah.
Let me look. Let's see this thing. It's only in it for 2 minutes, but maybe you don't own a War Machine or something like that.
It is so cool though.
What was the Iron Man 3 that came out? How much does that cost?
The Mark III?
Yeah. $445. All right.
Yep.
So that's cheaper than both of them. $445. Right?
I mean, this one is a lot of material.
I know.
Lane grabbed this and
it is a lot of material. Yeah, Lane has this. Yeah,
I've owned this. I got this guy. I had this guy pre-ordered like way before he ever came out. I've owned him since Sideshow got him.
The colors are definitely pretty sick. I will say that.
I would prefer War Machine color. I actually saw someone just finished their own custom paint of this guy in the like War Machine colors, and it looks amazing. But there's a third thing to be said, I think, about the brightness of the reds and blues on this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, if you need a War Machine, guys, like we've got now, it'd be always nice to get one with newer engineering, I think, always. But the Mark I at some point here, probably here in by the end of the year, should probably be out. So you can get for $375 a big ass War Machine. Because it's not as big.
This is
just too perfect though. This one is like
so good, man.
They should never have just upgraded War Machine. They just should have just kept it this.
I totally agree, bro. This is this is the War Machine in my opinion.
The Mark III is my favorite War Machine.
The one from was that Infinity War?
Civil War.
Civil War.
It is really nice, but I don't know, bro. Like for me, this is it. And this one also has an amazing Don Cheadle head sculpt. It's like, come
on, the battle damage there too.
Yeah, dude.
I just like this one because it's got, it's not as big and bulky. Obviously, I think the one thing you say for the like Endgame Iron Patriot, it may be almost a little too much with stuff like going on. I mean, just going on with the actual suit and everything.
Yeah,
this one I just like because it's got the bigger bulkiness of being like kind of. This one has the feel of a mobile tank kind of thing. I mean, even though like Mark III and Mark IV were pretty big and hefty too as suits, and even Mark VII, they weren't. This one had the feel of a tank, kind of. They could fly, but it doesn't have too much stuff going on. It's relatively simple with the Gatling gun and the missile launchers and everything.
Dude,
so
you're right, Lane, because I feel like the Iron Patriot feels like if some scholastic girl from middle school just colored in like an Iron Man or whatever, she just went over it with like all these like bright colors and was like, all right, here you go. I'm like, it looks great in design, but like I'm like, it's a bit much. It's like there's not a theme here. Like this looks like there's a theme.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like
it's got too much weapon. Like it's almost too overwhelming amount of weaponry stuff and everything. Yeah. Where I feel like this one feels like a crap ton of firepower, but just like having the Gatling gun on. Now, considering what they were fighting and the upgrade in scale that they were fighting, I understand why it has a lot more stuff in Endgame. But this, I think, gives you that big and bulk, but it's not too much stuff you have to like. It's not like I've put together and taken apart the War Machine multiple times, but it has so many guns and pods, and it's almost too much stuff. Where this has size, strength, it comes with plenty of accessories. It's got, I think that base is cool.
Look at all the battle damage parts he comes with.
Yeah,
dude. And look how good they look. Like that looks like that. If anything's convincing as battle damage, is this right here. Like it looks so good, man.
I just think that
red eyes.
That if you want this gets the Iron Man, but like flying tank kind of feel to it, where it's not as graceful as maybe some of the Iron Man. It
feels like a military suit. That's what it feels like. It like if I had to look at one of the War Machine outfits and I'm like, this seems like more realistic in a military setting, it's this one right here. Like
now, I will say though, as much as I don't want to sound like I'm complaining about some things with the Endgame. There's just some things with the figure format. It feels almost like too much going on with that thing. I just feel like where I look at this and there's a certain simplicity where I get the badass. Now, with the Mark I crashing headfirst into Thanos, I would be like Rhodey would die in 2 seconds. The Endgame like Iron Patriot is supposed to maybe be where Rhodey is like maybe literally on an entirely different power level with that particular armor, even though we didn't get to see it very much. But there's just something about this where you get the badness. It's nice and simple. And I mean, I don't know because I haven't owned it yet, but I'm going to assume this one probably, like the other War Machine, does not have tons of posability to it just because they're big and heavy.
Probably not, especially in the waist area, you could tell.
Yeah. But this guy I think there's something to the simplicity that makes me like it just a smidge better than even as much as I like the Iron Patriot. And I like I'm going to see if I can find I'm going to send to you. See if I can find the recoloring someone did of the actual in-game Iron Patriot.
Yeah, that one looks pretty. I've seen that before, and it looks dope. I love it.
I just send you the bulls that are the bulls that up like the Avengers from the 90s, which I thought was pretty funny. It's got Dennis Radman as the giant tattooed Hulk.
Oh God. Kumar said it's expensive, but imagine the Mark VII together with this in a single display. But I agree, you can buy better things with that money. Yeah, for this one, that's why I want that Mark VI 2.0 reissue so bad, is because I'm like diecast 2.0 is it would look so good. I guess it would be a 3.0. It would look so good with this figure, and obviously it would match the scene, and they could give the other one the same like diorama grass base, because that's like that base is representative of when they were fighting the Whiplash Mark II when he was in the Iron Man-esque suit. That's what that base is from. And I'm like, dude, I would love to recreate that scene, because actually there is a die-cast Whiplash Mark II that they've made previously. So,
but it's sold out real quick. Like they did a 2.0 of it too. It was like they did the original release, which I remember, and then they did a 2.0, and then that sold out, and then Whiplash is still there.
And I'm like, why, if you're gonna do that, why can't you give us like a die-cast Ironmonger? That's what I want. Like, give us a die-cast Ironmonger, man.
I would buy that.
Let's be honest. The real Mark suit is Rescue.
Yeah.
Bro, don't you dare.
That's the one everybody.
One thing I will say. Go ahead and read the comment here.
The best weapon is the ex-wife, apparently. I don't know, Andrew. I can't relate with you on that one. I wish you luck, though.
Yeah. I will say though, with one thing they had with the War Machine here, a little bit not movie based but comic based. They did have come out recently. XM had the statue, the War Tank, which was a concept like War Machine having its own Hulkbuster style thing. Mm-hmm. It's a huge statue. It's like $3,000 or $2,500. It's really big.
Just a measly $3,000.
Yeah. But looking at that, seeing that thing where like War Machine has its own tank thing, I looked at that and was like, man, that thing would be really cool. As if it was a 6-scale figure version of it.
Jesus Christ. The war, that thing is freaking insane.
But here's the Hulk now, so we can talk about everybody's favorite Hulk.
Die-cast Ironmonger. So it's funny because this guy is a bit more relevant right now because of the She-Hulk show. We're not going to spoil anything for those in the chat, but for those of you that haven't watched it, I can't talk. For those of you that haven't watched it, obviously you may not know this, but we do get to see more of a Smart Hulk so far in the show.
Yay.
So I could see some people maybe grabbing this one and trying to do some customs with him if they don't end up coming out with another Hulk. Me personally, I'm hoping that the end of this show brings us back to the original Hulk that we all know and love.
375, man. Oof.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, granted, it is a really big figure, and usually with the larger body figures, it comes with a heftier price tag. So I don't think it's terrible. It's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know about you guys.
Give me Gladiator Hulk, man. Give me Gladiator Hulk.
I have Gladiator Hulk, and he's beautiful. Gladiator Hulk, dude, that figure is like, that's one of those figures I opened up and I was just like blown away, and I just like looked at it for like an hour. I put it on my desk and I just kept looking at it because I'm like, dude, that figure is insane, man. So cool.
What's funny is that when that first came out, I looked, and I was, when it was like on Sideshow, I'm like, man, I would love that, but that's too expensive. And looking back now, and I'm like, man, what a fucking steal.
Yeah, you're like, that's one of those things you're like, damn, I can't believe I didn't buy that when it was in stock. Because it's like, yeah, that figure is selling for a crap ton, and it's so nice, man. Like, that's one of those figures, like, Hot Toys kind of spared no expense on the details, like the damage on the armor, the way he articulates, the fact that he stands, like, perfectly. He's, like, perfectly balanced, even with the weapons in his hand. I think the only miss was, like, they put this like stippling almost on the grips on the weapons, and it just tears up the inside of the hands. Like there's just no avoiding it unless you heat up the hands, and even then I'm like, I don't know if you could avoid it. But other than that figure is insane, and it's like massive too. Like if you guys haven't owned a Hulk figure, especially the original Hulk, not this Smart Hulk, which is a bit smaller, he's insane. It's just like bigger than Thanos by a decent amount. The Gladiator Hulk is. But yeah, I think this probably is a contender, V, for one that's going to end up on that list soon. And there's some other ones that we didn't mention, like the stealth suit Spider-Man. Like, how is that even still in stock?
I don't know. I think one other one I definitely think will sell out real soon is going to be the Wonder Woman Golden Armor Deluxe.
Oh, yes. That is
that
a very
one
good point.
has been, I feel like that one's been ordered or whatever. I think we'll see that one just kind of like disappear.
Yeah, here
I know Bob Dylan was happy. He just got one of that one for like $250.
Yeah, I saw that.
Really?
Yeah, someone sold it's up. Go up right there.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that one
I think disappeared from my shop.
What the hell is this?
Oh. Metacom,
That's your golden armor Wonder Woman, man.
Yeah, just put it in a display, dude.
Right. I've never seen the official photos of the Hot Toys one. That's pretty crazy, man. But yeah, I think you're right. See, Lane, I think you actually owned this one at one point, right?
No, I got it. The
V
day
got
I got
yours, right?
Yeah, literally, I got home from my LCS. I didn't even take it out of the box because I said this box is too big and it's not going to fit. And I put it up, and V went. I think I put it into our chat, and V said, "I'll buy it."
No, I was like, I because I saw you put it on the trade, so I'm like, Lane is like, "What's up with this one? Like, are you really selling this?" And it was like. Then you just told me like, yeah, it's it's too big or whatever. I'm like, all right, man, for sure. And I'm like, all right, let's deal then.
And so the day after I got her, I think the same day that I got it, I actually shipped it out to V.
Yeah.
But the shipping on it was like $60 or something. It was insane.
I took care of you though. I
I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying the ship.
Oh.
It was like $59 and some change, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? I'm sending it to Connecticut, man. Not only I'm sending it from the West Coast."
Yeah, I didn't even care how long it took. I was like, as long as it's coming, that's all that matters.
V saw the shipping price, was like, "Oh my god, what?
Like, god damn, dude."
Yeah, it's absurd. It's a massive box. Like I've seen photos.
It made me so wish I just got the regular one. The one without the big ass.
I still have the box over here if you want me to show you how big it is, but
yeah, it's
maybe.
Yeah.
Why did he say that he sold it?
Because it was too big.
Oh, that's what she
here we
said.
go. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There we go. I was gonna head that one off at the pass.
I knew that was coming. I was like,
yeah, he's always setting it up. Insane One, you guys got to listen to Insane One. Perfect timing too. Don't be afraid to Hulk smash the like button. I think we're 1 like away from 30 likes. 30 seems to be our recent goal, guys. So hey, somebody, if you haven't liked already, get us to 30 likes. We would really appreciate it. And of course, once again, if you're not subscribed. Wow, dude, you're over here asking me why I didn't invite you to the con, and you're not liking the video.
That's what you get.
I didn't get invited to the con.
But guess
Sean,
what?
you live way farther away than Chris, so I don't want to hear.
So what? I can't fly.
Wow, you're gonna fly out for a 1-day convention?
Somehow I don't believe that.
Not now.
Yeah, thank you, Lane. Thank you for defending.
Yeah, not now. He can't.
Normally I will not defend Connor, but this is one of those times.
There we go. 4 new likes. You guys are amazing.
I was gonna like this stream, but maybe I shouldn't now.
Wow, Sean.
Oh,
wow.
Sheesh, man, someone just fired shots.
Yes, insane. Best chat around and the best mod around. We appreciate you, bro. But thank you guys. Really appreciate that.
So, what do you guys think about Nebula popping back up?
Oh shoot, yeah, we have not. Talked
where
about
is she? What do you mean? Like, is she?
She's back up.
She's on 235 up.
Mm-hmm.
Did she sell out?
No, she's still on there.
No.
Oh, but I mean, did she sell out before?
Yes, she was originally gone and then she came back.
Oh, all right.
So this is before you came in, but Sean brought up a good point. He was like, they're probably going through their warehouse because they are expanding to another warehouse. So they're probably going through all of their stock and kind of seeing what they have and trying to clear some stuff off of the website. I also kind of wanted to see what your opinion was of all this. Like, do you think this is like one big fake out, or you think there's some like validity to all this?
I think the ones that are listed are valid. I think all the stuff that they put out, because the thing is, it's like they're still dealing with shipping and backing and all that stuff. Like, that's still a huge issue, like getting stuff in and all that. And what Sideshow really wants to focus on, and they're huge competitors, like they have full distribution rights in US, right? They got great customer service, but the problem with their hot toys is that when they're released, they're not 1 to 1 day. Like, in TWs, they are like, they're released, right? And then they're shipped off to whoever is the highest bidder of the first batch, right? And people get it in hand within that week if they wanted to. And so for hot toys, look at the Captain Rex situation, or the end game cap that people had, like the cap and cap problem, where people just like took forever to get because they just got out in batches. So what they want to do is like they want to stop doing with the back line and focus on increasing the lot of what their future releases are going to be. So they want to get people, they want to get in hands of people like, hey, it's been released, we're going to get it in your hands as soon as we have it. So I think they're just trying to empty that out so they have warehouse for that stuff.
Yeah. So guys, just 2 things. If you're looking at this particular figure, high heels are really hard to pose, and good luck trying to get that get her like gun with the little sash thing over it in place.
It's funny you bring that up, because my buddy got this figure when he first started collecting hot toys. He brought a bunch of his figures over to the house because he wanted me to like show him how to do everything right. I couldn't get the holster on. My buddy couldn't get it on, but my girlfriend, who has never posed a hot toy ever, she started messing with it and she got the holster on. It sucks.
What?
I've heard people spend 2 hours fiddling with it.
And I don't have like the smallest hands, and I'm sitting there like trying to grab it, and it's like slipping out of my sausage fingers.
But no, the problem is because Moff Gideon has the same thing with his holster. So
if you take that little strap out, you're done.
Well, no, someone told me who had gotten this. I'm like, this holster, I was looking and trying to get in there. He's like, oh, that's like the Nebula holster. As soon as I heard,
it's very similar.
Yeah. So as soon as he said that, I immediately just took it behind the gun and just pushed it down behind the gun into the holster, and you couldn't see it. And I said, "Hey, it's good." And he says, "Oh, wait, I thought you were trying to get that in place. You just stopped." I said, "All you had to," I said, "You told me it's a Nebula holster. I know people who spend 2 hours fooling with that. It's not worth it to me that I just need it to not be hanging loose so it gets caught on something."
Right. Yeah.
Hey,
very good point.
Something that V just said, how he mentioned about just trying to get rid of stock. Okay, the Shanghai exclusives, there's no sign of them on Sideshow. So the Captain America, the Iron Man Mark 46 from Civil War, or the Chrome Stormtrooper. Mm-hmm. Maybe Sideshow's just waiting till they arrive. If they're going to be on Sideshow at all.
And that's why earlier, too, I brought up the N1, since we have that event that's starting within the next, hour. Maybe they're trying to make room for all those N1s.
Is it starting in an hour? Are we going to wait and be like, ooh,
yeah, I'm trying to. So Kaiju Daddy was actually in the chat, and he said he's going to be there and covering it. So I'm like, dude, if he does, we're going to pull his stuff up and try to see what we can see.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
I really want to see some cool stuff, man. Even like I said earlier, even if it's just the N1 and we're getting that, that's a win in my book. But he said he's thinking that they're going to be promoting Andor because they mentioned it in some literature. So, dude, if they bust out Baze again and some old Rogue One figures and maybe show us an Andor figure, I don't know, man. Oh, 25 minutes, yeah. So, see, that's why we need Don in here. Don's on top of the times and stuff, man.
It's for real, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even know all that. No, I was just saying I didn't know it was starting tonight.
I don't know. I'm hoping he's going to go live because that'd be awesome if we can kind of stretch it out and let me pull up his channel.
So something I want to point out with all these deals and everything else too is everybody gets in the hype on a deal, 30% off, something that's been out of stock, just like Nebula here on the screen. Now it's all of a sudden available. Okay, there's a lot of pre-orders that are coming out too. Like, for example, and I got the numbers here. Okay, we're expecting 19 items to be released this month.
What? Really?
Yeah, there's seriously 19 items. The estimated completion date ends in September.
Oh my God, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
so between September and November, there's 3. Between September to January of 2023 is 2. October through December, we're expecting 17 releases.
Bro,
that's
a lot, man.
Insane. I don't think they'll reach anywhere close to that.
I don't think it will either. However, if you have a ton of releases or, pre-orders,
it's going to hurt.
You got to be smart about how you're going to order and not just, oh, that's on sale, I got to get it. And then all of a sudden you get your 10-day notice. Oh, your Boba on Throne is coming in 10 days.
That one's pricey too. It's going to sting. And the Bantha, the Blurg's right around the corner too.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Yeah. I'm waiting for the Throne to be on sale to get that one because I missed out on the exclusive, so I'm like, pass it.
That one actually just went back up for pre-order too.
Shut up! Did it? Damn it!
It did for real, yo.
Why do you gotta tell me
there for? Bro, V, how do you miss this stuff, dude? You have a cursed account. I think you should.
Dude, you're on 15 different chats and 8 different YouTube channels, and you don't know shit.
Hey. He knows quite a bit, but he just doesn't know when stuff is about to sell out.
Yeah,
it's like that.
It's true. I don't know anything.
V knows I'm not really disrespecting him.
No, I know. You're just joking around. But sometimes I do mix up my words. I'm like, yeah, this is. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know. I have a blonde moment.
You miss,
or something.
Dude. You miss everything. Every time, if something's gonna sell, you're not gonna be there for it.
No, not at all.
So all
I'm
this
looking
stuff
at the stars.
on Last Chance, you're gonna miss it. Unfortunately, yeah, you're just stargazing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm watching too many movies. That's my problem. I'm trying to get all
wrong
that
with
stuff.
that. You got to build up your channel somehow, dude.
You're checking out everything that could be a possible hot toy that you could possibly.
It's true. I'm looking at it, are they going to make a Samaritan too, a hot toy?
So Boba said he has a friend who works closely with Sideshow, and he told him inventory-wise they are bursting at the seams. Yeah, I mean, I would believe it. Look at all just the hot toys. Dude. Just the hot toys. We're not even talking about all the other crap that Sideshow sells. Just the hot toys, dude.
They're looking for a third warehouse.
Well, I mean, are we surprised though when they let us know they're going to do 11,000 of that Mythos Vader statue? The two different versions of it. They're doing 11,000.
That's so insane. We're not. I think we always forget. Like Sideshow has so much other crap on their store. Like not crap, but like statues wise. But like
crap,
not including Prime 1 of the massive amount of boxes.
Yeah, Queen Studios is now repping on there too.
Yeah,
like with their new statues.
And they do Tweeterhead, PCS. Does most of pretty much all their stuff through them and all their stuff. But I mean, think about it. They're doing 11,000.
Just that's go to like the new releases.
That's more than Hot Toys figures for something they order. I mean, that's insane. It's not a super expensive statue, but that's more than Hot Toys figures being that may be more than I don't know, like Steve Rogers that they have or something.
So heaven's sakes. I actually think there's more statue collectors out there than we realize.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Statues were around for a long time before Hot Toys even happened.
I mean, that's more where my blood's been, for like 30 years.
Yeah. Diamond Select? Come on.
Yeah.
Those boys
in all different ranges. I mean,
yeah.
You know what I saw? Because I don't particularly like them anymore because I know they do since they're owned by Diamond, they have been for a few years, Gentle Giant. They used to do
yes.
They've never been done the best.
They do cool stuff though. They do a lot of cool stuff.
But they're doing cheaper stuff now for more affordable pricing for the general public and stuff. But you know what I saw? They did a Bastila LaShawn from Knights of the Old Republic, like her in an action pose, like kind of diorama statue. It's like $80. I looked at that thing and I was like, "Fuck, man! Why can we not get a Hot Toy figure of Bastila LaShawn?"
Can you imagine
the diorama backlight that they put,
like Knights of the Old Republic stuff, dude?
I mean. Well, I thought we had a chance before the Coda remake decided to implode.
Yeah, got shoved into the freaking corner to never be seen again. Yeah.
But I mean, just think about the XM put out that Revan and Malik statue that both came out really good. Those quarter scale ones, they are amazing looking, and they're not
they're really
ridiculously huge. They can fit in a spot, but if we could get. Like, I just saw that it's an $80, like, I don't know how tall it is, statue of that Bastila. And, that would be cool. I'm not going to get it because I won't buy Gentle Giant stuff, but they do some decent stuff. But that Bastila LaShawn made me just go, God, man, if there was a Hot Toy figure of that for like, I don't know, $325 with her and like kind of, because it's an action diorama looking kind of set piece where you've got her and you got a little bit of a diorama or something like that. For like 350, I don't know, 365. I'd be like, take my money, man. I don't know how many people it'd be a low pre-order item, but I'd be like, day one, here you go. I'll get it.
She's a badass, dude. I would love that. Like, if they ever do Knights of the Old Republic 6 scale stuff, like Revan, Malik, Scion, Bastila, Karth, like if they do, dude, I'd buy into it so fast, man.
Dartreya.
Yeah,
choose one of the. You're getting Mr. Roboto there, ATH a little, but like if they did,
I'm robotic.
You were getting like delayed and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Am I good now?
You're better now.
Okay, cool.
But I mean, if they did, because most guys probably are not going to know the character, like Kreia, who is one of the probably best written and one of the most interesting Star Wars characters. She's from Knights of the Old Republic 2. She's one of your squad mates. She is literally one of the most complex Star Wars characters. And really, where we talk about some of the light and dark and the gray area that have become, popular to use in, modern Star Wars fiction at some points. Her character was all about that and does it like a million times better. A million times better than a lot of modern lore can do. So if they did one of her,
there's some great story in those games, man. That's why everybody's pushing for figures and merchandise of that stuff, and for the remake.
Tells you something from for that game, it got screwed up because they forced it out in like a year and they had so much cut content. The fact that for the re-release, the HD re-release on or whatever on the Switch, is that they've even said in the announcement trailers that they are going to be updating that with a patch with all the modded content
to it, so you can play almost completed game. And I was just like, and the story actually sort of has an ending, like it originally did it. But
that'd be interesting.
There's a whole bunch of stuff.
For sure, yeah. There's a lot of potential, man. I just really hope they move forward with the Old Republic.
Well, they brought
stuff,
something like Back to the Future, like they did. I mean, from which is the thing we literally have not.
And for those of you that don't know, the Back to the Future figures that we currently have on Preorder, those came from the Hyperspace event last year.
Yeah.
So we got some good stuff. We got a DeLorean.
Sold out
the DeLorean was a bit late. Yeah, it did. It sold out immediately, and then it came back, and look where we are now. I mean, the Doc Brown is still a ways away. The companion piece to this one.
Yeah.
Well, we got the.
So they like over there in Hong Kong, they only had a 500 piece.
Oh yeah, you're talking about Hong Kong. Yeah, it sold out instantly. Kind of like the Arena Boba Fett. It was a very low number, and everybody expected like, oh man, it's going to be hard to get in the U.S. Obviously, that wasn't the case, but.
Now do you see where my my FOMO was like, yeah, the Arena Boba bet will sit, because I'm like, the same thing happened with Marty, and then
it's hard to predict right now. That's the thing. It's like things are constantly changing. It's like you can't predict it. It's like one day you get an Arena Boba Fett, the next day you get a Chrome Death Trooper, which we're going to talk about here in a second because he's been released in Hong Kong.
Did you get the Chrome Clone Trooper?
Hold on.
Okay.
Hey, real quick, speaking of
did get his, that
Boba Fett though, I just saw there was a post. Somebody was saying they just finished the last payment and then got another notification from Sideshow, thinking it was a shipping notification.
Oh yeah,
and told them that it was canceled due to territory restrictions, like
the Arena Boba, because they originally the exclusives were restricted, and it definitely sucks, man.
Yeah, it was like you go through the payment plan and then pay all that
and get your hopes up and have your heart set on it, because it's a hard to get figure, and unfortunately, and V. Along with the Chrome clone, I kind of want to get your thoughts on it, because Don, I don't know if you saw, but Don's had quite a few QC issues. But Sean, for example, I think Sean has 2, and his did not have any issues. So I'm kind of curious how yours turned out.
All right, so let me turn my my filter off.
I'm bringing you up here, putting you on the spot. Take the glasses off, buddy.
So I don't know if you can see this. So I have it in the box because I'm still taking pictures, but it came damaged.
That's right. You did have a crumbled shipper.
Yeah, it's the crumbled shell in here is like all messed up, and I was gonna unbox it. So here's, I don't know if you can see that, but nope, can't really see it. But it's like indented here on this. Yeah, let me take out the plastic because the plastic's really like messing it up. Give me a second, guys.
That's what he said.
Why did he say that?
Take that off. Hey, it's me.
Oh, look, it's actually V. We didn't know who he was before he took off the skies.
Yeah, so you see that damage there?
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
I can open it up.
Now that bag really camouflaged it.
I was just about to say that. First, I was like,
it's not that bad. No.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, he's like complaining about a little dent.
Like, no, it was
literally
crushed,
that's
dude.
what I thought. You opened that and it was like,
with a rare figure like that, I want a more pristine box.
So they're like, see, even the art thing is like damaged here.
Oh yeah, no,
it's
no
like
thanks.
it's all like messed up here. I'm just proving Don's point because he's like, I saw him. He's like, oh, so many people have QC's issues. I'm like, for real, man, for sure.
I have other issues.
Yeah. So I have that, and hold on.
Probably them trying to rush some things.
I mean, this was a part of the shipping, so get that clamshell out here. Hold on, let me get a. Oh.
I was just telling Kev I love that smell when I was.
There is a new Hot Toys smell. It's kind of like a new pair of shoes. It's the same thing. It's like that has that smell to it.
I don't have my gloves, so I'm just trying to look at the plastic here.
Does yours have any bubbles or anything like?
I'm looking for bubbles. There's a bit There's there's a few bubbles. Ooh.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Yeah, there's a. Let me see here. There's like a birthmark here. Let me see.
Ripperino.
It's shiny though. Hold on. You know what? Let me just take a picture of it and I'll send it to you because it'll look better that way.
Yeah, dude.
Right, so
that's unfortunate, man. Now I'm really worried about mine.
You should be.
Yeah, I should be.
Hey, mine were good.
But you know, Sean, my luck is yours were great, and I'm gonna open mine up, and it'll be the complete. I've had some bad luck with QC on Hot Toys, so I feel like I'm gonna be in that batch that gets screwed up. But we'll see. I'm still sticking to it. I'm keeping my order. I'm hoping that I get a good one. But.
I mean, it looks great though. Like it still looks fantastic.
How do you feel about like the matte finish as opposed to like the super shiny chrome?
I don't know. I feel like if it did have the super shiny chrome, it would have been. I think it would have been a little bit more expensive.
Could be, yeah.
But I mean, to get on a mass market, it's hard to say because I like a lot. I mean, I like really what they did, but I don't know how to look better. Like I mean, like I haven't seen the Mondo, the Mandalorian. I haven't seen what he looks like. So if I have that, I can compare it to. I mean, I can get
a different finish for sure.
Yeah, I can get like the Captain Phasma out, and have those two because that's like the most in comparison.
Right.
Yeah. See, I can talk crap about that Stormtrooper or whatever because I'm not getting it, but the Chrome Mando, if that ends up bad.
It's a different type of finish. I feel like on the Chrome Mando, it's way shinier and it just looks different overall.
All right, I sent it to you. Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, and it's like a chrome plated, I heard, for the Mando.
Yeah, cool. I hope the Chrome Mando's all right. I do think it's definitely a bit of a different finish. It's probably what the original Chrome Troopers, how they were finished. It's probably similar to that.
Also, the other thing people don't realize, like the Chrome Mando's taking a long time to come out.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
This is not just because these things were just like, hey man, these we were announcing them and releasing them. And you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, you're like, come again?
Yeah, I think the Chrome Mando, the head sculpt, is what I think the issue is for it to come out.
Oh, for Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of orders for that too.
Yeah. I sent it to you, man.
That deals with the time frame.
Bad, man.
Yeah, isn't that like isn't that funky? Bring it up, dude. Show the people.
That would be a deal breaker for me. I would send it back.
I am definitely putting this back. Like, hey man, Sideshow, what's up with this?
Yeah, like this is really cool. I appreciate that. Like,
yeah, give me a new box and new. I'd like to keep it, but like, give me a new box and new body.
You're like, come up off that money right now.
Yeah,
I want $40 off my next figure for this.
Yeah, and give me some of this. It's like I'm a prolific YouTube reviewer.
Right. Do you know who I am?
Do you know the Cult of V?
Do you know how much I've sacrificed? That's what you're gonna say to him.
I'm something of a collector myself.
Yeah, a collector myself.
Yeah, I don't know if you have the picture, but to show the fans.
I'm trying and I'm struggling. Hold on.
Okay, you can right click and put a view in as a separate image.
Yeah, so typically, I'm open on my other tab. My other tab doesn't have my Facebook account on it.
Ooh, big boy.
Yeah, that's an old.
She's like waiting on you, dude. She's like, get the picture up.
Yeah.
Dude, tell your dog to chill, man. I'm trying.
She's telling Sideshow off.
Let me see if I can get it as.
All right, here we go.
You got it?
Hold on. I think I got it. Okay. Here we go. All right, so we go back here.
He's working on it. Give him a break.
Yeah, well, chill out, dude. Tell your dog to chill, bro.
I would usually like show this on the chat, but sometimes. Yeah, do you see that?
Ooh, that's bad.
Look at that. Yeah, it's like someone took a bite out of his ass.
Yeah, that's unacceptable. You know what that looks like to me is they painted the part and they sat the part on something to dry and it stuck to whatever it was sitting on. It ripped some of the finish off.
For sure, yeah.
Because I've had like a.
No, I'm just saying. I'm like, of course I get that one.
The rest of the
dude,
finish
that's my luck
good.
too. It does, but yeah, that would be a detractor for me for sure, dude. That's not good. Yeah, I would be sending that one back, but you know Sasha's going to take care of you, so at least you have that. They better, or I'll flip out. Let me pull this.
Yeah, it's an exclusive. Would they have the parts?
Yeah.
Smoke them if you got them set. Do they have extras?
Yeah, I'm definitely. Oh, your chest had like a birthmark.
Oh shoot! Kaiju, are you going live, bro? Can you go live, please, so we can watch you? Please, I beg you.
Please.
Go live.
I want to interview some people online. I want to ask.
Have us playing, and then we'll like interview them through our stream, through your stream.
That sounds
through your stream, through my stream, through his stream, through your stream.
With my voice.
Do you remember though? Do you remember the old saying, "Don't cross the stream, bro"?
Yeah, well, we're gonna be crossing the stream. If Kaiju actually goes live, we're crossing the stream.
For sure.
Screw the Ghostbusters.
Cross the stream.
I think they probably will have extras to replace because I mean they've put some up on seconds already, Sideshow seconds, so I think they'll have extra.
Yeah, and TK, the stock is going down on them, but like the thing is, I think they're still pretty cool. Like I like it as a display, and I like the 2 helmets that they got. I mean, you know, I'll see what they say to me. Maybe they'll send me another body, and then I'll have another head to put on. But or maybe I'll send the whole thing back and be like, hey, send me a new one that's not damaged. But I don't even know if I would get that. I'd be like, hey, you sent me another, like, send me. What if they just keep sending me bodies? I'm like,
yeah. What they told Don was they don't know if they have any in stock. You know, that standard thing they say to you, like, hey, we don't know if anything in our warehouse is different from what you have. Yeah. But I told Don, like, me personally, because I would want to like give the figure an honest try, I would probably send it back anyway. But Don is doing the smart thing. He's just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
They don't have parts to replace, just full figures as of Monday. Hey, I mean, I would take a full figure. Like if I had the figure that V had, I wouldn't keep it. And that sucks to say, but even if they're like, hey, we don't have any figures, I would just say, oh well, I'm done, because that's unacceptable. Yeah, definitely seems like it was rushed out for sure.
Yeah, I would get my
where are you, bro?
$300 back, $315 back.
Exactly, and use it on something else like the Chrome Death Trooper. Because here's the thing, guys. I think this is a different finish from that one, at least from what you could see in the photos. It's probably a different process, bro. This is so clean, though. It's so clean. Did you pick up one of these, V?
Yeah, I got one of those. So that's paid off. So
I think I have one more payment on mine. When these first came out, I grabbed like a bunch of stuff in that same month. I was like, shit, I'm pushing back these next payments. Yeah. So I pushed them back one time, but yeah, dude, this is like, it's just so fitting for this armor design and these characters. It looks so good. The contrast with the green lights on the black chrome is just so clean. And
this is one that may need a custom Paltroon or something.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like this one more so than the other one can be fit into your normal display, as opposed to the other one where it's kind of like a special thing. You're making like a little chrome section. This one I feel like you can kind of fit as like a higher ranking Death Trooper in a way. I mean, hey, if you weren't feeling it, it made sense to cancel it, dude. But you have time. This one's still on pre-order. If you change your mind, I might actually end up getting a second one. I'm not doubling up on a lot right now because of all the stuff coming out, especially with like the stuff that I've been waiting to get a deal on, waitlisting so fast. But I may actually get a second one and put 2 of these behind Arena Boba Fett. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, but it is really cool.
You could get Mark Gideon or anything like that. 2 of these would be good.
Yeah, dude. You can.
I just hate it doesn't come with a holster for the gun. That's the only thing.
Has anyone seen a review? Well, no one's done a review yet on it, right?
What's fun?
No, because it's not. Well, it just released, so I haven't seen it.
Let me see if MRC got it yet.
So maybe it does have a holster now.
Our boy Reagan from MRC, he usually is really quick.
But this color scheme for the black chrome, I want to see this with a patrol trooper or a scout trooper or even a shore trooper.
You know, that's what I want. I want the scout trooper, like a shadow style scout trooper. That'd be sick. Doesn't look like anyone has a review up for this yet. Probably tonight going into tomorrow. We'll see people putting up reviews for this guy. Because I'm not seeing any reviews, but dude, this is so cool, man. This is such a cool release. I feel like this one definitely was the fan favorite, but believe it or not, over at Clone, I feel like more people seem to be, at least what I could see, more people were excited for this one over the Clone. I think for good reason, because again, it fits better in a normal collection as opposed to having a special shelf for the chrome stuff. Dude, yes. If you could steal that cape off of a Phasma or buy like that cape on the secondary market, or even, dude, hear me out. Or even if you like grab that cloak that comes with Reva and throw it on this guy, you know how cool that would look?
Yes.
There's a lot of different options for customs for this one, but obviously, like Lane said, the first thing that comes to mind is throwing a pauldron on this guy. once these new, because I'm sure we're getting some new specialists for Andor. Once those new specialists come out, I'm gonna grab a bunch of like extra harnesses and pauldrons and stuff, and kind of save those for occasions like this.
I can't wait for it, man. I think it's gonna be. I think I'm hyped for it because I got one, so I hope it turns out well, more than my clone trooper.
Me too.
Clearly, I don't have luck. So
yeah. Hey, Penn. How dare you talk about the Chrome Death Trooper like that? I saw plenty of people that were hyped. The hype has faded because there's been so much stuff that has dropped since then and been announced since then. But I think people were really hyped when it first came out.
I think the problem for it could be is just the fact of how much stuff could drop on people's heads.
Yeah,
possibly
that's what it is.
In the next 2 months, there's going to be a lot of releases, and unfortunately, this is. I mean, it's a different colored Death Trooper, but I mean, it's not like the Mando Death Trooper just goes for $300 on the secondary market or nothing. I think this guy will do fine, but I think he's going to take a little bit to sell out. Like, I'm not talking like a year, but maybe a couple months.
I think so too. It's surprising that he hasn't sold out already, being that the Chrome clone sold out so fast. But who knows? Maybe they're with their history with Death Troopers. Maybe they just allotted for more of them. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Phasma does come with a cape, dog.
And hey, man, you know what? We can still see there. The what a thief Robert Pattinson Batman is, since he probably stole the other thing of
leave Robert alone.
He stole his arm guard there from. That's why this guy probably doesn't have his second one.
Every time Lane talks crap about Pattinson Batman, my eyes start twitching. I'm like, oh.
Don't worry, Lane will get the InArts one.
Yeah, he probably already pre-ordered. Lane's got the rooted.
I literally only have.
He's going all in.
I have only one InArts figure on order. That's it. And that's
which one do you got? Oh, I thought you were like, I got the Gandalf. I'm like, what the?
Lane.
Yeah, no.
Look who it is. coming out of the corner. Pate Strick, what's up, bro? Dude, Pate said this the other day. He said that he owes us an appearance on the stream because, as you guys know, Pate has an awesome channel and he just kind of abandoned it for a little bit. So we wanted to kind of bring him back into the YouTube scene and get him on stream. So one of these days we'll have him on. But what's up, bro? How you doing?
Hey,
we're just waiting here. Hopefully Kaiju Daddy pops up here in a second. Or anybody in the chat, if you know of anyone or anywhere that is streaming this event or posting photos right now, please let me know and send it over to us.
You're getting choppy again.
You're getting choppy?
Yeah, you were getting choppy there for a second, a little bit.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, so it's your fault, Lane. So your internet's bad, Lane, is what it is.
No.
Pretty sure it's just only you and you and only.
Yeah, you and only.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to see.
I think V has selective hearing.
Lane, I need a discount in our Batman. Help me out.
Yep, I already told you.
Dude, Lane's going to open his own shop eventually, and then you guys will regret all these jokes because he's not going to give you a deal then. He's going to remember, including me, he's not going to give me anything for a deal either because he remembers all my Dark Side Anakin jokes and everything else that I made, so I'm screwed for the deals.
All I know is that all I can say is, back when I was 8 and making all those jokes about my dad, that he had his little bald spot on the back of his head, right on the top, and I was making all the jokes like, oh my God, Dad, stop blinding me with the glares and all that. And then by the time he's 70, almost going to be 72 next month, and he's got more hair on his head than I do. So Karma said at 27, goodbye, son.
So there was a curse before the Dark Side Anakin curse.
Can you do a beard, Lane? I don't know if you can. Can you do a beard?
I've actually asked him this before.
I can grow like one pretty thick if I probably wanted to.
Why don't you, man? You look good. You would look good with a beard.
Guys in the chat, let us know. Do you want Lane to have a beard? I personally do because I think he would look awesome.
Dude, I honestly think like if you got a good beard going, I'm telling you, you'd look good.
Guys, but you have not seen anything till you've seen V sporting 19th century handlebars.
Not everybody's as blessed as V. He's got a full head of hair and then some. He's got a perfect beard. We know, dude.
I'll tell you guys this. My hair is receding, so I will probably not have it as long as you guys think. But it's there still, now. It's there now. That's why it's long. But
smoke him if you got him. That
exactly
lets me know you've been smoking a lot of them right now.
It actually goes with what I'm saying. It's like
That's
with my
fair.
hair long, it's smoke 'em if you got 'em, dude.
Oh, look who it is. Sean actually
man.
exists. What's up, bro?
Hey, okay, if we get to 50 likes, Lane will grow a beard.
Damn.
But it has to be
There you
during
go.
the live stream.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hashtag Lane.
Lane
with a beard.
will
like-
grow
No.
this.
Lane's like, don't tell him that because I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Don't tell him that.
My beard is actually I shaved it, so I don't know what to tell you, man. Like it just
You have
came
to
back.
for the chat.
Yeah, you really gonna treat the chat
Hey.
like that, Lane?
Hey, we're up
Yeah.
to 224.
Damn. We're close, guys. Like
Yep.
26
If we
away.
get 50 likes in this stream, by the time Mace Windu comes out in
Oh
2025,
my gosh.
Lane will have a beard.
Maybe
always
by
comes-
2025.
It always comes full circle, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. Well, at the end of the day, it's a Mace world in 2025.
It's a Mace world, and you believe it or not, 2020.
You should make that bet if he comes
No,
out. You have to grow the beard.
Hey, all I can say is I was doing the same thing to
Yeah.
Aries on his stream the other day that I was saying it was coming in 2025.
Yeah, but I'm
You
sure
know what,
Aries
though?
held it down.
What we really need is one of those like election
Yeah.
banners, that says Mace Padme 2025.
Yeah, I think that would be perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
laugh it up, pal.
Alrighty, guys. Well, hey, I gotta head out actually now, unfortunately.
All right, Lane. See, you guys scared Lane away because he doesn't want to
No.
grow a beard, and now he's leaving. No, I'm just joking.
No, it's what
All right,
happens.
No, it's just I have other things to do since I'm leaving in 2 days.
Yeah,
you going?
guys. Lane won't be on stream next week. We'll dearly miss him. He's going to be on vacation.
I know, but don't worry.
Mace is still coming in 25.
See, I'm making sure to get it on the way
Get
out.
the
actually, guys,
lighter.
we don't want him next week. We need a break from this Mace crap. Without them being together, Sean and Lane,
I don't
we
know.
won't hear it.
Hey, all I can say is you can be V back next week, and I'm sure I can convince him probably to do it. So
Yeah, I'll
make
come
sure
back.
that-
Lane will like pop in the live stream
V won't
for
disrespect
like
Mace
10
Windu
seconds,
like that.
be like, Mace Windu 2025, be there. And then he'll sign out.
Yep. Well, hey, then drop. I mean, can you really drop the mic any more than that? I mean, not much more you could do.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
that's very
guys.
true.
Well, I'll probably be watching a little bit to see if Kaiju.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
sorry,
gonna hang out here for a little bit, see if we can get anything. If not, we're gonna be dipping out.
Yeah.
But I want to see if anybody posts stuff up soon because I'm sure it is.
I'm searching, man. I'm searching on Twitter. I'm searching on YouTube.
So
No one's
TK
has
said
anything.
someone in Six Scale Survival Guide just put up a photo of the front of the store. Maybe that was
Yeah.
Kaiju.
I was
Yeah,
just
that
thinking
was yeah. So it's up there. I was looking at it and I was like, hey man, give us the deets.
Yep,
Yeah.
we'll see. All right, hey guys, everybody
All
have
right.
a good night, and remember hit the like button.
Yeah, take care, Lane. Thanks for coming out, bro.
Hey,
Thanks,
Hey,
Lane.
have a good night, Lane.
We're
Have a
actually-
safe
we're-
trip.
Yeah,
See you, dude.
we're actually up to 37, so we're not doing too bad.
Ooh. Guys,
13
40
more.
likes.
Just
40
need 13 more.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Lane's like, I'm
wait,
out of
we got-
here.
Yeah, but we got 21 watching right now, so
You never
we're
know,
doing
man.
better. Alrighty, everybody, have a good evening. Take care.
Take care, man.
All right, peace, man.
May's 25, 20. Is it coming?
See, he ended on a bad note, bro. He ended on a bad note. He could have just stopped. Look, we get 2 more viewers the moment Lane leaves. What does that tell you?
Oh my
Lane needs to grow a beard. He needs to grow a beard. That's what that is.
Hey, guess what? In our chat, Ryan just posted, hit the like button for Lane to grow a beard.
Damn. There you go, guys. Hey, I'm gonna say this, guys. Get us to 50 likes, and then I will try to convince Lane to grow a beard. That's all I could do for you. I'll try to convince him. I think we can get there. Who knows? But we'll see. Another figure that we didn't touch on earlier that I kind of wanted to revisit since we were talking about the Inquisitors, because I'm still just like hype drunk on this figure. Still is this Vader, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh. V, you got to start us off since you gave us that introduction to this Darth
Oh,
Vader.
really?
fan.
This Vader is like I feel like it's probably going to be the best Vader they've ever released.
I had
Not-
dreams about
yeah.
this Vader.
Oh, did you? Yeah, he woke up, dude. He's like, oh, he woke up and it's like water splashed on his face. He's like, oh, I thought I had him.
Yeah.
He said I
figure
gave
is
him
here.
Lex and Ling to stop selling his figures. Yeah, bro, that's never gonna happen. So, I'm not gonna say take the like back, but is Demon Martin? Isn't that Martin? Demon, are you Martin?
Maybe.
confirm. Are you Martin Demon? I think that is Martin, but I could be wrong.
You will never know.
Let's talk about this Vader, man, because I feel like it happens a lot with a lot of these figures. It's like, as stuff continues to come out, we kind of get blinded for what we just got recently, and it's like one of those things. It's like once you buy the new thing, you forget about the old. You know, it happens in our collections. Like I have 3 Vaders, for example. Once you got the Empire Strikes Back Vader, I kind of forgot about the other 2 for a little bit. So I don't want to forget about this Vader because this was like a blessing release, in my opinion. I mean, how long have we been asking for a Vader with an exposed Anakin underneath in the helmet?
And and it's Hayden Christensen too, so it's not even. As soon as I saw this in Obi-Wan, I'm like, bro, they got to do this. They have to do this. They don't have a choice to do it.
I almost threw my phone, but then I forgot I had to pre-order it. So
yeah, so it was like one of those things. It's like the moment this went up, I'm like, dude, I have to get it.
It's like you said, it was chef's kiss.
Yeah, this is the chef's kiss. This is the chef's kiss right here. Yeah, she must have all the Vaders.
Oh yeah, all Vaders all the time.
Yes. Sir.
Did you get the exclusive little Inquisitor guy, dude?
Let's get that little sucker. Let's get that little sucker out of the way. So, I did get 2 of these guys. I just went all out and I got 2 deluxes because it's Darth Vader, man. I got to. It's a DX Darth Vader, but let me.
God, that looks so good.
Someone watching me on another screen. I just heard my voice.
There's always another voice.
Have you guys seen the box art for the Death Trooper?
Yeah, actually. It's funny you bring that up. I think I had that pulled up and yeah, I did. Here we go. I'll show that right quick. Right quick.
I just had it shown to me, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah, that is kind of sick.
Leaves when OG comes in.
There he is. OG, we were talking about you earlier, bro. We were talking about Boba Fett for a minute. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, you just missed Lane. He would have done the official OG introduction, but I only call you OG, so I can't read out your whole name. I can't break my own rules.
OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars.
There you go.
The true fan of Star Wars. The OG fan himself. The OG fan of Star Wars when Star Wars was not some cuddly shit.
Stop it. So it is Martin.
The rest of his name there.
It is Martin. I thought so. I thought that was Martin. Martin, what's up, bro? Martin's the meme man. If you guys don't know who Martin is, if you've been on the 6-Scale Survival Guide Facebook group, that's Martin. He's the meme guy.
Yeah, I've been on a few of those memes.
Yeah, I think my memes are good, but Martin blows me out of the water. Like the one he did where Nate was getting all the donations, that was hilarious.
Oh my god.
Here comes the money. That it was so good, dude. So good. The FOMO exclusive didn't make me get Vader yet, and I will. Damn, bro, you didn't get the Vader yet. You're over here talking about get all the Boba Fetts, but you're not sticking to get all the Vaders yet. Dude, we just started talking about this because we kind of wanted to recap a figure that I feel like has lost a bit of the limelight but deserves it. And we brought up the hologram.
You had to go to the different one, so you got to exit out this one and then change up the deluxe to exclusive deluxe.
You can say he lost the limelight, but like I said, I haven't forgot about him.
No, me either. Like, this is one of those figures I have on pre-order, and every time I scroll past it, I'm like, yeah, that figure's gonna be sick. But guys, I keep saying it, but this hologram is horrible. Like, what happened?
I don't know.
All these still did it just to have
really cool. Look at him. Yeah, I got.
I bet it's improved when we get it.
I hope so, because it literally just looks like Bill Burr. That's what it looks like right now to me. That's really what
Maybe it was. Maybe he was an advanced trooper at the time.
It could have been, dude.
Doesn't Reva come with the Inquisitor?
Reva actually comes with
Reva, yeah. She comes with Vader, right?
She comes with the Vader brother. Comes with the Inquisitor. She comes with the 5th brother, and I think Obi-Wan. Yeah. Do I still have my Reva tab up?
I thought it was Bail.
Or is that Bail? Yeah.
Oh, it is Bail. It is Bail. Yeah. Let's pull it back
up. I wasn't.
Oh, look, shot to the heart right there. You search Reva and it says Revan. Just the name was talking about. Yeah, not yet.
To let you know.
Our boy Leighton has finally made it. What's up, bro? How you doing? Glad you caught the stream. Right now, we're just kind of reminiscing. We're talking about some Vader. We're talking about Vader and some of the Inquisitors again. We're hoping that we can get somebody covering the Hyperspace event, which is now actively going on, because they're going to be covering all the new Star Wars stuff, hopefully the N1. But yeah, we're just talking about Reva. We're talking about the Grand Inquisitor. We're talking about Vader. We don't want to forget about our boy Vader. That's such an amazing release. We want to kind of recap on that Vader. But yeah, let me see. I think you guys are probably right. I think it probably is Bail Organa. I don't know why I thought it was Kenobi. Yeah, that's definitely not Kenobi. That's absolutely Bail. That's absolutely Bail. That's cool.
That one looks better though.
That's what I'm saying. A team for the fifth brother and Bail.
It does.
Let's get them both.
Bro. You know how
really good.
Bail is the GOAT, bro. And here's the thing. If you get Bail, you know who Bail is going to go really well with? Apart from a lot of figures. Leia. Exactly. Bail's going to look so good with Leia, dude.
Yeah.
And I have a couple Leias in my collection. I'm like, dude, I could throw him with one of those Leias, and that'd be like another chef's kiss, man.
So did he really die on that planet on when Alderaan blew up, or was he like off-world?
I don't know if we know
the whole movie. It wasn't confirmed, but she was like, "I need to get these plans back to my father on Alderaan." So
yeah,
it's implied, but
it's one of those things. It's kind of, I guess, it's kind of like a Boba Fett situation where it's like, at this point, it's up to the watcher or the reader if you read the books.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. But yeah, I would love a Bail figure, and I thought he looked. I like his outfit a lot in Kenobi, and I think he looked really proper Bail, if you will. So it would be really cool if we got a figure of him. I do see more releases coming out from Kenobi. I think I don't know, dude. I think at this point we probably will get the fifth brother, and I really want the fifth brother. Come on, man. That's the meme lord right there.
Yeah, it's also, if you remember, when they were on the way to Alderaan, like they were going to take those plans to her father, and then they ended up coming out of hyperspace or whatever into what was Alderaan.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I'm just checking the description because Bantha also said it's Obi, and I feel like we're probably both wrong. I just want to see what it says in the description. Let's see. Did I scroll past it?
Why would it be?
It is Obi-Wan. Let's go, Bantha boy. Let's go. It is Obi-Wan. So it just looks terrible, but it's Obi-Wan.
Why would it be Obi-Wan now? That doesn't make.
I feel like one of the figures I feel like said that they came with a Bail Organa hologram. Did they not?
I could have swore.
Was it Inquisitor?
I could have swore this was
the Inquisitor comes with Vader.
Yeah, Inquisitor comes with Vader.
This is Obi-Wan.
Oh man, I'm gonna have like a little. You can have like all the ones.
That's a terrible. But I'm still so confused because when she was on the ground, wasn't it Bail she was hearing?
It was Bail Organa.
Yeah, we know OG. We know. Bail Organa for what?
For the hologram, because she saw Bail Organa on the little hologram.
Yeah, when she got stabbed by Vader.
All right, we're assuming that Hot Toys is 100% accurate with the show, and they aren't. Like for example, why does Vader come with the Grand Inquisitor as a hologram? He should have come with Palpatine because we saw him in the one scene with Palpatine at the end.
That was a throne version. Man.
Hey, that is still possible.
I don't know, man.
That is still possible.
I don't want to get my hopes up, bro, because that's another dream release, like Vader in the meditation chamber or Vader in his throne on Mustafar. So
the throne can be something additional to go with the current Vader.
Dude, I would buy a third Vader just to put him in the chair because you know that pleather's gonna get screwed up sitting him down like that. But I would buy a third one just for it.
All right.
That'd be
so
amazing.
who does Obi-Wan come with?
Obi-Wan comes with Bail. Yes,
all right.
Thank you. I knew one of them came with Bail. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Yeah,
look at that. Look, I type in Bail and Obi-Wan comes up.
You did it again.
No, I did it because it actually pulled up Obi-Wan. I wanted to show that because I thought it was funny. But yeah,
because I'm like, they all have somebody, and I keep remembering who it was.
Right, it is Obi-Wan. You're right. I knew one of them. When you guys brought up Bail, it sounded familiar. Yeah, that's Bail. Yeah, that's Bail.
Yeah.
Hey, does my camera keep turning on and off?
Yeah, it's just off right now for me. Yeah, cool. Actually,
I have it on my side.
Kenobi comes with Bail. Speaking of the Bacta tank, who would want the diaper Boba Fett from the book of Boba Fett in the back to tank.
That's the one that I want.
Hayden,
I'd buy it.
something.
You gotta buy all Boba Fett's.
Dude, how much you want to bet a diaper Boba Fett comes with chrysanthemum?
Oh, I would love it. I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
That's another figure. I really, really want that figure, man.
Boba in the bathrobes.
Or look at that pose, bro. It's so dynamic.
Boba after dark.
You know what? We actually have a lot of figures from the Kenobi show.
Yeah, you know what? We're on a Kenobi kick right now, so we'll check out the Purge Trooper again after this. But
yeah,
we were talking about this earlier. We were saying how it was so interesting that they nailed the head sculpt and the likeness on this guy and on Reva, but the Kenobi is like not quite there.
Right?
Hayden Christensen's is really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that one's good too. But specifically the Kenobi, it's like what went wrong because they did that. It's not terrible, but
it's
not
Ian
McGregor. It's like some old man that they try to like kind of force into an Obi-Wan cosplay.
Man. I know. I feel like they will improve it eventually, but I don't know, man.
You guys remember Saving Private Ryan and the aging process at the beginning of the movie?
Yeah.
You guys remember that?
Yeah.
I'm like being serious. Like he looks like part of that aging process, but with longer hair.
Dude, I don't even want to think of that. I will say I think they're gonna improve it, but it is very surprising, right? Like it's surprising that the star of the show doesn't have the best head sculpt, but the other two don't. They do have good head sculpts, and it's like, did they focus more on them because they knew they had to nail it to push the sales as much as they could, because they're not going to obviously sell as well as Obi-Wan? Very surprising.
I bet what they're going to do is they're going to come out with a Nomad Kenobi, and then that one will have the better head sculpt.
Yeah,
and then they'll use that head sculpt for the other Kenobi.
I would like the original first look of him from the show. I know a lot of people aren't huge on that, but I do like it because it's like it's the first appearance of Obi-Wan in the show, and like I'm talking about the outfit that he's wearing when he's like chopping up the meat and stuff, like that outfit. That's the outfit I would like to see one of. And I do think we're probably going to get another Obi-Wan from the show. I really do.
I don't know. I was hoping we would get that mythic look at the end.
Oh yeah.
I really want a Leia, and I don't know why. That Leia.
Small the kid Leia with a Lola, that'd be sick. Even though I think we already got the Lola with Obi-Wan, but
yeah.
Go ahead, V.
No, I was gonna say the original script actually had, instead of him interacting with Leia, it was gonna be Luke. Him and Luke running around.
But can you imagine though the uproar? Because that would have definitely like caused a huge stir up. People were already kind of mad that he was even near him at all in the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could definitely see like a huge uproar for that. I'm glad that they can that, but
yeah, no,
I thought that was good. Yeah, I also heard like people were mad that they didn't show enough of Luke, and it was like we literally have, the whole 4, 5, and 6 plus some of the Mando with Luke. Like I think Leia deserves some time.
No, I personally really liked.
Sure, man.
I liked the kid Leia. I thought the actress, she did a great job. And I thought it was believable that was the young version of Leia, I didn't have a problem with it at all. To the point where if they did a figure, I'd be pretty hyped for it. I don't think they will, but that would have been really cool to see. And it's like, hey, people that don't have a Leia in their collection, that's a cheap, easy Leia, because that would be like less than $200 because it's such a small figure.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think that people are they don't understand. They're like, hey, we need a Darth Vader like trilogy or an Anakin Skywalker show or something like that, or no, like a Darth Vader show. And I'm like, did you not watch the
whole
trilogy?
Story is about him, dude.
Right. Yeah, it's like, come on.
Well, it's also like the people with Cad Bane. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. I love Cad Bane, but those who are saying he got killed off too quickly, like Cad Bane had such a strong story in the Clone Wars. I think it's possible he's not dead either because they do that all the time. But even if he was, I feel like they've covered enough of Cad Bane to where it's like the character wasn't done a disservice. I understand the argument like this is his first appearance in live action and he's already done. I get that, but I feel like Cad Bane has had quite the story, so I wouldn't be too mad if he's actually dead.
Yeah, I would. I'd be like, the thing is, it's like, slow your horses. Like, at least it was like a a closure for him between him and Boba Fett. Of like, hey,
yeah, exactly. They had it, and there was a backstory there. Like, if you guys have seen the Clone Wars, which guys, if you haven't watched the Clone Wars or Rebels, try to find the time. I know it's a lot to get through, especially the first 2 seasons of Clone Wars are a bit slow.
Dude, it's so slow. Like I try to go back and watch it, and I'm like, oh,
when does it end?
Oh,
the first 2 seasons.
It's a real kid show. It's like, hey, we're gonna do, and they're like quippy and all this stuff, and I'm like,
yeah.
Oof. I mean, if I had a child, it'd be more bearable to watch it with them because at least they'd be enjoying it. But I'm just suffering. Yeah. It's like the first season of Rebels too. That first season is like
it was rough. It was very rough. But once you get through that and you get to the better, improved storytelling, you're like, damn, this is really good.
Yeah.
And those poor Wookiees in season 1 of the Rebels.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Empire did to them, but that's not natural.
I love that the Wookiee Jedi survived though from the Clone Wars. Because he showed up in Bad Batch, I think it was. That's where we saw him last. I was excited to see he survived because I thought that was so cool.
Hey, does anyone remember that other show that came out? It was like Resistance. It was like about the TIE fighters.
Yeah. Resistance is definitely one that a lot of people, and I've seen Resistance once through, but I'll be honest with you, it was like it didn't hold my attention very well.
What was it about? Because I watched
Don. Thank you, Don. The Bad Batch season 2 trailer is where we saw the Wookiee Jedi again. Thank you, Don.
I see your dog's doing the Wookiee.
I know. I was like, did somebody just? But then I realized it was
dude, chill. The dog's been yelling at me all stream. I'm getting sick of it, man.
It's not you, dude.
It's not you. It's me.
No, so I have a huge field next to my house, and people keep going out in the field lately, and it causes problems for my dogs.
Then field people.
I can understand that. Oh, shoot. I just realized our boy MRC put up a video of Cable. Let's kind of have that playing in the background while we're waiting here. Because I will say, I know everybody is still on the fence about this guy, but I will say, like, these videos specifically, I haven't watched MRC's yet, but I watched, like, Jedi Patrols, for example. He put up a video yesterday, I believe. And it looks a lot better when it's actually in hand, and you could see it on video and see it clear and not in bad lighting. Let's see. Bantha says, I've started season 1, episode 1 of the Clone Wars 4 times and fallen asleep. Yeah, dude, like I said, the first 2 seasons are very slow, but it does get really good.
What is it? Season 3 might be the best part to start for Clone Wars.
I was gonna say there is an order where you can watch it in actual order, because believe it or not, guys, the episodes kind of jump around with different seasons. They're not all in order. So it's on some website. You can look it up, but there's a way to watch it where it's all the episodes in order and not exactly when they came out. I don't know why they released the Clone Wars episodes that way, but they did. So there's a way to watch it to where it makes it a little bit more bearable, because it's not all the original 2 seasons all at one time.
I like the box.
Like, the movie is kind of crazy because it's like it actually takes place a little bit after a few of the episodes,
right,
of Clone Wars. So if you watch the movie and then you go back to like, wait, what is this? And the time period is all messed up. And I was kind of hoping like Disney would put it on Disney Plus in chronological order, but they didn't. And I have to go through like a secondary like site and I'm like, all right, what's the next episode? Season 2 of 3.
You gotta.
Are you serious? Yeah,
it's so random. Someone brought this up earlier because Chris, you brought up the boxes. Someone was saying, and remind me in the chat if it was you. They were saying that they thought that Hot Toys needs to improve on their boxes. When it comes to Marvel, they absolutely do, because the Marvel boxes look good, but I hate that flap. There's like no way to open it without like crushing that stupid little tab. Dude, it's so annoying. Oh, kitty. Oh, like as I said that.
Yeah, when I said I like the box, I meant like the art.
Yeah, no, I wasn't like going again. I was just saying someone brought it up that they thought they should improve it, and yeah, the way that the Marvel and DC figures have that little flap you open, it crumbles in the middle every single time. And like Funko Pops, for example, if you guys collect Funko Pops, some of you know that there's like a knife trick where you can open up the box and not hurt the flap. With Hot Toys, there's no doing that. You have to, because it doesn't work. I've tried it so many times, it just crumbles. So I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, my Spider-Man 22 is like that. Spider-Man 2099. Sorry.
Yeah. And I just like, for example, like the Damn Toys Resident Evil, the Leon figure.
Mm-hmm.
That one has that type of box, similar to the Marvel box, but it doesn't have that issue. It just opens right up. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the way Hot Toys is designing them. Side note: this poncho is so nice, dude. It's so nice. It looks like actual jacket material. This is super. This is like one of the nicest clothing items Hot Toys has ever done, from what I've seen. Super nice.
This is not what I don't know if anyone remember that Fallout 76 canvas bag situation was.
Oh, dude, that was such a shit show. I remember that like it was yesterday. It wasn't actual canvas. It was like that crappy material.
It was like the stuff that's like you buy at a dollar store to put as tarp.
Yeah,
and it just breaks.
And they did like what, whiskey or something, and then people were getting like their bottles arriving like half full, and like some of them were.
Oh cracked. Yeah, that's right.
Dude, like that's the thing. Everything with that game was such a shit show. It's like the game didn't turn out how a lot of people expected. The merchandise was bad. They were covering up a lot of the issues with the merchandise. It was so bad, dude.
There was and like the thing was, people could hack it pretty easily. So they had a room where people was like, "Hey, this is basically where the developers were, and they can get all end game weapons." And so you just like one shot like these mythic bosses, and you're like, wait, all right, what else are you supposed to do now?
I remember, there was also like an unlimited carry glitch, and I just had like a metric crap ton of stuff in my inventory. That's why I stopped playing the game, because they patched the glitch, and I came back to it, I'm like, dude, I have so much stuff in my inventory, I can't do anything with it. I'm like, I'm just done. I'm literally just done. There's no way. Like I had so much valuable stuff, and it's like I have no space to put it.
Yep.
You know, we didn't even talk about.
Yeah, that arm just popped off.
I was like, oh no.
Oh, look, he just said it. Sorry, Chris, just real quick. He said if you force raise the bionic arm to a 90 degree, it pops off. I just want to.
Oh.
But yeah, go ahead, Chris.
I was just gonna say, when we were looking at the Reva photos, there's stormtroopers in there. You think we're gonna get new ones from the show?
No. And here's why. Because I feel like they're saving all the Stormtrooper releases for Andor. I feel like that's when they're going to drop. Because think of it this way, guys. Every time we get a new release, and it's like Empire related, they always have some sort of trooper in the background. And I feel like we say that every time we're like, oh, another trooper. And most of the time it doesn't happen. So I feel like Andor, being that it's going to be very trooper heavy, I could see a lot of troopers coming out for Andor. Me personally, I want that like mud riot trooper from Andor. Like, you know how cool it would be to have a stormtrooper with a riot shield? That'd be so dope. That's what I really want.
I would love that, man. That's what I'm looking. That's why I hope Andor gives us all the troopers that we ever desired and needed.
I know.
Boots? I think it was Moff Gideon had like the clean white version stormtroopers with him.
Yeah.
And the pictures, and we never got those either.
Yeah, I mean that's how it is. Everybody always expects that we're going to get these troopers when they show up in the photos, but that's not the case, unfortunately. A lot of times they don't. They just put them in there for.
Do we really want to play this ad?
I mean, just get like the Stormtrooper Commander and just take the pauldron off.
That's true. The Stormtrooper Commander is definitely one that's very versatile, and you can do a lot of different things with it.
I still need to pick them up. I'm just waiting for the right price.
I actually have mine right next to me. I'll pull them out to show you how cool I am.
What's your verdict?
Very nice figure. I'm actually a big fan of it. Here he is right here. I'll pull myself up real quick.
Is he super clean? Or is he kind of dirty?
More so clean than dirty, but he does have... I'll show you the guys, the weathering and stuff for those that don't have it. Hold up.
Yeah, because I have the Return of the Jedi one, and he has like some like weathering around the knees and stuff like that.
Yep, so this one has, you can see, weathering on the boots. Weathering on like the calf area. Also, like the belt. Let me pull this off. This is awesome, by the way. I love.
You have no idea. Like that thing gets lost.
Yeah, you can see. Let me see if I get it to focus. Yeah, a bunch of weathering on the back here.
Oh, okay.
On the belt too, like where he would rub up against stuff.
That's kind of crazy. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any on the helmet. Let's see. I haven't looked at this guy in a while.
Yeah, I don't see from here.
Kind of up top right here, you can see some. Yeah, once it focuses. It's a cool figure. I definitely dig this figure.
Kevin got that guy too.
Yeah, it's one that if you don't have a lot of troopers in your collection, it's probably pretty exciting because it's your chance to kind of get some, like Sean said, you can get some clean troopers out of it because you can pull some pauldrons off. I just really like this pauldron, dude. It just has like the Sand Trooper vibes. That's why I had to get this one. That's a great figure, by the way. A New Hope Sand Trooper. That's like one of the best troopers in my opinion.
Yeah, I wish I got it, but I don't.
Yeah, it's gone up in price. All the A New Hope stuff has.
Yeah, everything.
I have this weird feeling. Okay, because we really didn't get a 40th anniversary A New Hope. But I think on the 45th anniversary, we're going to see something.
Oh, it's very possible for sure.
That's the idea, man. I remember talking on Geeking Out, like how we were like, hey, we're going to get this, we're going to get that. And I'm like, bro, do you see like how what happened with Empire Strikes Back? Like that line, like it took forever. Like what Empire, like we just got Luke Skywalker this year from the Empire line.
See, I hope Hot Toys does something a little bit smarter for the 40th of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And they give us the announcements next year or even this year. So it will come out on the 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the goal, man.
Oh man, I wish we had some coverage for this event, bro. I know the moment it's gonna happen. The moment we jump off, someone's gonna post a live stream or something. But
yeah, it's gonna take probably another hour, dude.
Yeah, it's probably gonna take another hour, which we've been on here. We're going on like, see, I told Lane or somebody, who was I talking to earlier? It was either Lane or Sean. Like, oh, I think it was Lane. I'm like, dude, sometimes we go past 3 hours, and here we are, almost 3.5 hours. I don't have the battery that Nate has, bro. Like him doing like 8-hour streams. I'm like, dude,
he must have it plugged in somewhere.
I still gotta finish up a review.
Right. He refuels himself off camera.
Yeah. I just need to eat. I came on here. I'm like, oh man, I haven't eaten all day.
Yeah.
I'm getting that hunger.
Yeah. Guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up for now. I will say, like, I'm not that special. Hold on. I will say if let's say in like the next hour something pops up and it's like really exciting stuff, I'm willing to jump back on. I don't know about you all, but if I have to go solo, I'll jump back on. But
I will reach on. I'll come back on.
I'll jump back on. We can do a midnight stream.
Hell yeah. We'll see what happens. It may or may not be something exciting. If it's like, let's say it's like just the N1, we'll probably not hop back on that because we already have kind of seen a lot of the N1 and we know that it's a possibility. But if we get some like exciting new prototypes and stuff, certainly we'll jump back on and we'll try to grab everybody and get back in.
But if we see an N1 and it shows a price tag, we're getting it.
Yeah, for sure. If we get an M1 and there's a price tag, I'll hop back in. Because that's exciting, because obviously that's up for a lot of debate right now as everybody's like, oh, what do you think the price? Hey, while we're here, let's make our predictions before the price pops up.
Ooh.
I'll start. I'm sticking to $1,250. I think that's a fair price point.
I almost said $1,200.
Yeah, I'm sticking to $1,250. With Mando, I'm going to say $1,400.
I think there's only one part which I have with Mando or whatever. I think honestly, Mando or no Mando, I think it's gonna be a cool 15.
You think so?
Yeah. Like I'm not trying to like do the prices right, but I think it's really just gonna be that expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bob, we didn't even know you were here, dude. So the fact that you think that you're saying we're still going, I didn't know you were here, man. Because I would have said, "What's up to you? How you doing, Bob?"
What up, Bob?
I didn't know.
Hey, Bobby.
For the N1, I would say low point 1,100. The high point 15. I think it's going to be in that area. But I think if they go 15, then we should at least get some pit droids or something with it.
Yeah, where the hell is my pit droid, bro?
And another thing that I'm really like confused about. Okay, not now. What I'm really confused about is how we've had so many series and movies with Jawas lately, but they haven't come out with other Jawas.
No Jawa 2-pack. Like the fact, I mean, granted, like the Gonk droid is really cool, but who wanted that? Everybody wanted the Jawa 2-pack because that Sideshow Jawa 2-pack was going for a lot at one point.
Yeah. But the Jawas are easy. They're simple.
Yeah. It's very simple, and they've done it already, so they can easily come out with another one and have like one taller, one shorter, kind of like the Stormtrooper pack. How they're 2 different heights. They absolutely could do that. Oh, Payton's coming in low at 900 to 1,000, dude. I'm going in lower on this one because I think we'll be pleasantly surprised by the price. That's what I'll say. But 1,250, I think, is the number that's in my head. If we're lower than that, then that's solid. Because if we think about it, like, we haven't had too many larger vehicles as recent releases lately, because obviously we never got the Pattinson Batman vehicle, Batmobile. We're still waiting on that, so we don't have really much to gauge for recent releases. Obviously, the closest to it in price point is the DeLorean, and the DeLorean's much cheaper, but the DeLorean's a bit smaller as well. And it's also a release that came out before the price hikes got so bad, so I'm sticking to 1,250. I hope I'm wrong and it's lower. If I'm wrong and it's higher, then boo-hoo my bank account, you know. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see.
The collector has a good point, though. They should crowbar it.
There's a rumor Henry is back in the DCEU as Superman.
Who is?
It's a rumor.
Cavill.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have him and Affleck, but we'll see. I mean, I
hope they keep him.
If you come to Cult of V, all I talk about is the movie and in depth and all that stuff. So I know everything that's going on.
Yeah. So V,
cool.
and also V, if you could put a link in your chat. I tried to search up your channel to put a link in the description.
Oh, my bad.
I could not find the link to your channel. I don't know why. Could not.
No idea. I need to fix that.
Send it to me on Facebook too, because I'll put it in the description for those that watch this after we're not live.
Yeah.
OG said his jaw was sat unboxed for years, and the first time he took him out, the arm fell off. Dude, that always, bro.
It sounds like a.
Well, I was just gonna say this is like a PSA right now. Go ahead. I got kind of a bit of a PSA. So you say what you.
I was gonna say that experience seems way better than this guy that I just had right here.
Oh yeah, the poop stain. Yeah.
Yeah, it just like he crapped his pants and was like, he's good enough. I'm like, I got the Finn 181, whatever his name was, F111 or whatever.
Clones got a poo too, dude.
Do they?
They're not supposed to get it on their armor. That's the thing.
I mean, look at the Remnant Stormtrooper. I mean, look at that streak mark in the back on the thigh.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. There's the link to V's channel, the Cult of V. Like V started saying, I'll let you say it though, V. Tell them what your channel's all about and what you do over there on the Cult of V.
Yeah. So instead of like Hot Toys, I do like all entertainment news. I'm just trying to do something different. I'm always in like if you follow me on Facebook, I post everything. And there's no personal stuff. It's just all movie news, like newsroom, like Taylor trailers and all that stuff.
News in general. A lot of the stuff you post, I'm like, dude, yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I try to curate it because like there's some stuff like I just don't want to get people like riled up over because there's some like stuff that's like one side or another. I'm like, I don't know. Listen, there's enough of that in the world. I want to like just interesting stuff that people can be like, oh yeah, that's cool, that's fun. I remember that.
Yeah, so it's funny because you know how I am with the Hot Toys stuff. Like I post all the Hot Toys and 6-scale news, and you post all the movie news. And like most of this stuff, I hear from you first because I'm just scrolling through the news feed and I see your post. So
you're not the only one. A lot of people do. They're like,
oh yeah,
like, honestly,
it's
you're the only stuff I see. Yeah,
it's good when everything's all in one place. Like you said, you curate it. It's all in one place. It's definitely awesome. So. Guys, I'm gonna put his link in the description, but it is also here if you're here live. Definitely go subscribe to V. I plan on making it over to his channel eventually when it's something that I have seen and I could talk about. They talked about Better Call Saul and stuff a few times. So if you're interested in that,
yeah,
definitely check out. I'm assuming you have the recordings up on your channel, right?
Yeah, the recordings are up there, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of more stuff. Like I'm gonna be doing Game of Thrones, and then I'm gonna be doing I'm going to do Lord of the Rings too, but the thing is I'm waiting for the first 3 episodes of Game of Thrones to come out for the House of Dragons.
Yep, I've seen too, so hey, if you need somebody, I got you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll have you on. Because it's like the thing is like once we after that, because it will give us a good sense of like how the show is. But with new shows, I like to give it 3 episodes. Like it's like that's the make or break for me. Like if you got me hooked on the 3rd episode, then I'm in. I'm going to go out and keep watching. If not, then screw it.
Because you know how it is though. It's like the middle episode on a lot of shows is like a make or break for the show. That really happens, especially with the shorter where it's like 6 episodes. It's like, dude, that 3rd episode better come in because it's not looking too good. So yeah, I definitely see what you mean by that. He said Cult might be getting filtered out. I guess it's not. time to change the name of your channel, bro.
No.
There you go. Subscriber number 53.
Thanks, man.
OG said he's sorry for not subbing sooner.
It's all good, dude. Don't worry about it.
And we have a question for you. Do you prefer Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul?
Better Call Saul, 100%.
Damn.
Yeah, I can discuss longer, but that'd be on my channel. I'll be like, hey, why is Better Call Saul
dude,
better?
if you want to talk about it, go over to V's channel.
Yeah.
Sean, what are you doing over on the channel? I know the past week or so you've been throwing some stuff up. What you got going on the Hot Toys Nightmare?
So last 2 videos I've done. First one was just showing the Chrome Clone Trooper with both the Phase 1 and Phase 2 helmets. And then going over with the Scout Trooper with the speeder bike from Return of the Jedi. And I was trying to pick up as much detail on the paint job that I could on the speeder itself. But yeah, that's all I've done the last week. I'm going to have to do a video soon for the new Boba for Arena Fett. And and then if something else arrives, I'll do that. So I'm considering doing unboxings, but I don't have another camera to use. I don't want to use the camera off my laptop. And
please don't do that. We don't want to see that, bro.
Use your phone, man. If you got an iPhone, they can take some really good photo quality.
So
that's what I've been using.
I use my phone for my unboxings.
Yeah, and I think D-Rock
I just don't have anything to hold it up above me.
You can just get a cheap tripod. That's what I use. Just actually, I took one. I swap out my tripod that I have for my lights because it's taller, and I put my phone on a little mount and I put it on my tripod.
There's stuff under $20, and especially Amazon, you can get it real cheap.
Oh yeah. Amazon is the place for that. I've got so many. I got little tripods for lights. I got tripods for my phone. I got tripods on top of tripods.
I got this dual light thing, like this thing right here. So this light, it comes in a 2-pack, right?
Yeah, I got something like that too.
And it's a USB powered, which is really cool. Actually, I really like because like a lot of my phone chargers or whatever, it's just USB.
Twins.
Oh, see, twinsies.
Yeah,
I got the blue
one
filter
above my computer. Oh, you got the blue filter on. Gotcha. It's probably the same one, honestly.
Probably, yeah. They were going for real cheap for a long time.
Yeah.
It was like,
where did you guys get those at?
Amazon. I paid like $32.99 for a 2-pack, and I was like, dude, hell yeah, that's well worth it. Chris, what's going on over at Collecting Madness? What you got going on, man?
So I just unboxed this bad boy. It's
whoa, no way! World Heavyweight Championship, the original WCW.
Yep, and I got Ric Flair's nameplate. So if you're a WWE fan,
you're freezing up a little bit, Chris.
You can hop on out.
Is that right? Seems all right for me.
Oh, so that must be a thing with the feed because that's kind of like Lane, or like he was saying me freeze, so you're freezing for me.
But if you're a WWE fan, you can head over to my channel as well. I'm trying to get more of that out there. I also do the Hot Toys stuff, so I just filmed the Scout Trooper on speeder bike as well. It's not up, still being edited. And then also coming, I got the 2023, the new Obi-Wan Kenobi series Darth Vader helmet. I got that early, so I'm in the process of filming that. That's in the light box right now. I got to go finish up. That'll be on the channel soon, too.
Heck yeah. Good stuff, man. Yeah, definitely go check him out. His channel's been doing really well. It's been popping off, especially for like his wrestling stuff, dude. I didn't realize there were so many fans of wrestling, but his wrestling stuff's really popping off. So definitely good to see that, man.
Dude, I'd love to jump on. What's up, Loco Lou?
Lou, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, bro. I gotta say it. Dude. That's what I gotta say it. What's popping, people? I hope you're doing well, Lou. What is going on? I'll ask myself, Hot Toys Hotline, what's going on? Well, guys, I know I told you that the Resident Evil Leon review would be up by now, but I'm sorry. I got so freaking busy this week with stuff. I am happy to say it is fully filmed, though. Everything is filmed. It's just I have to edit it. Just like Chris said, he's editing his video. I have to edit mine. Everything is filmed, though. I've got all the footage I need. Yesterday, I filmed the posing segment. In the Demogorgon video, I think I only did 3 poses for that final, like, posing turnaround shot. I did 5 this time. I wanted to kind of throw in some extra poses there to give you guys a bit more to look at with the figure. So that video will be up most likely this weekend. This weekend isn't too busy for me, so I'm gonna try to edit it this weekend and put it out for you guys. So for those of you that were waiting on it, because I told you all it'd be ready, sorry I don't have it up yet, but it will be up soon. Also, once again, guys, thank you so much for the support as always, and also thank you for supporting the members of our panel. I love to see that a lot of you commenting and liking and subscribing to all the different channels for those that are on our panel. So we really do appreciate that. It means a tremendous amount, because I say this always. But there's so many other people that you could be watching and supporting, especially with these live streams. Here towards the end, we've got 30 people watching right now, and you guys have been active in the chats all stream, hanging out with us. So we really, really do appreciate it. I just can't believe where we are today. We've only been doing this for like 2.5 months, and we already have 30 people watching. So it's really incredible. We really appreciate the support, and we appreciate you guys hanging out with us as always. Drop a like on this video if you haven't already. Once again, for the 50 likes, if we do get there, I will try to convince Lane to grow a beard, but I can't promise anything.
We'll push the narrative.
He seemed very hesitant. I don't know why, because I feel like it would do wonders for his face.
Absolutely.
I mean, we got everybody on this panel right now has, I can't really call mine a beard. It's somewhat of a beard. It's not quite V's beard, but it's somewhat of a beard.
No, it's there, dude.
Mine's
on the chin.
Dude, this is accidental. I really like try to shave it off, and it just kind of comes in
so
like this.
He's just gloating at this point. He's like, yeah, this is how I wake up sometimes. I just look this good, you know.
Just coming in like a drifter. I heard this place was tough.
Oh my god, bro.
Only Bob Dylan, man.
See, Bob,
Bobby D, dude.
Where were you all? We need this comedic relief all stream, and you just come in towards the end. What's up with that, bro? We're again, guys. We are trying to run this longer, but it seems like nothing's up yet in terms of the event. But again, I'm willing to pop back on if some crazy stuff pops up. It just depends on what we see. It could be like in the middle of the night when I'm asleep, and at that point, it's too late. I can't come back. But once again, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting all of us. Thank you for liking, and thank you for those that subscribe this stream. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're a little over 30 away from that giveaway for the Hot Toys Harley Quinn Arkham series Hot Toy, which is about to sell out, actually.
Yeah.
So definitely hop in and subscribe to the channel if you want to be notified when we put up new content and go live and have a chance to win that Hot Toy. But does anyone else have any final closing thoughts before we end out the stream?
You know, Sean does.
Buy all Vaders.
There you go.
Yeah,
Words of wisdom. Sean, go ahead and say it. You got to say it, man.
Collect all the Legos.
Collect all the Legos. That's a new one.
So at this time, on a serious note,
here we go.
All right. At this time, a lot of people are getting the hype. They want to go and they just want to buy a lot. But right now, we got to be smart because there's a lot of things that are coming out that are going to be released soon for us to get. And don't let this hobby get you in debt. So you don't want to go through. It's going to cause problems not just with you, but your family. You know, especially if you have a wife or if you have a husband.
All right,
or
this is getting
both,
too deep.
You know,
or getting too deep.
You know, your kids, whatever. It's just a hobby. Don't let it ruin you. Just enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get it, get it. If you can't, it's okay. You know,
yes,
somebody else will get it.
Someone will get it.
But make good choices. Be happy. And remember, Bob Dylan only needs one hand.
Oh,
don't tell me what to do with my body.
You're encouraging it.
How dare you? All right, everybody. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I hope you all have a great night, and we will possibly see you back if some crazy stuff pops up. If not, pay attention to the Hot Toys Hotline Facebook group and the Instagram page, because I will be posting up news about all of this stuff as soon as we hear something. So definitely hop on over if you aren't already on either one of those pages. But take care, everybody.